the spot. What up, world? It's Mac. Tell me something slick and make it stick. And yes, people, we are back with another exciting episode of the Purple Panties Edition. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You said, Mac, where do you keep getting these beautiful women from? I know. It is a factory. I got a secret spot I get them from. And the new face you see is the lovely Taylor, far right in the corner. She's joining the panel. Man, we are excited to have her.
Thank
You
you.
got We got the lovely KiKI, Brooklyn's finest, who got a background of her. KiKI love her some KiKI. We got Tami G doing what she do. She gonna eat and talk. That's what she do. She has thought. And we got the lovely Maya in the building. How we feeling, ladies?
Hey, Maya. Good.
All right. Let's take it around the horn, ladies. KiKI started off. How was your week in review? Did you beat anybody up? Did you jump on anybody? Slap anybody? What you do this week? It was good?
No, not this week. I did go through the little comments. Somebody said I was abusive. I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. But other than that, I have not really done anything much. Just been ordering stuff for my little business. And that's really kind of it.
Okay. So that was it. It's pretty chill week. You just defended yourself
Pretty
in the
chill.
comments. All right, I got you. All right. Taylor, how was your week? What you been doing this week?
It was great. I work a full-time job, so I've been working. But we're on break, so the summer begins, and it's gonna be lit. So.
All right. Okay. All right. I love the Hampton shirt. I got a lot of fond memories at Hampton University. A lot of fond
memories.
Gotta
represent for my baby.
Okay. All right. Maya, were we in the air this week, Maya? What we do? Because you told me, Mac, you'll find out my week on Friday. Well, it's Friday. I want to know, what did we do?
I did a lot. I don't feel like talking about everything that I did, but what I did do is, besides doing my lives, I started my podcast. And damn, I cannot remember the name. I want to say it's Maya's Pretty Bad Podcast or whatever. I think, but I can't remember because I'll be doing 1,000 things, so it'll come to me. But and just having fun and running errands, just doing a whole bunch of shit, like just Wonder Woman.
Period.
Being nice. Okay. All right. Tammy, school is over with.
It is. It was last week of school. A lot going on. I don't know if y'all know this, but teachers like to party. Y'all know that.
Teachers like
the teachers get litty in the city. So every day, last day of school, what they do here is they have a specific place. I'm not going to say it on this podcast. I don't know if the kids or anybody that ever sees this to know. There's a specific place that all the teachers in our county go and they hang out. And so I was planning on going there, but then there was another place that was doing something for teachers. And I went to the more chill place because the other place, I'm telling y'all, it'd be hundreds of teachers, shoulder to shoulder, twerking, nay-naying. It's crazy. So I did that on Wednesday. Then I went out with some colleagues yesterday. And so we've been drinking all week. We've been celebrating all week. And now I'm just preparing to go back to school in a week and my birthday in a week. So that's it. That's all I've been doing.
Tam, I need that club where them teachers be at. So DM me, Tam. We gonna course.
Don't go. Don't.
I was lit because they was like, last day of school, teachers get lit. They was like, Gemini season, get lit. I was like, I'm a Gemini. Like, y'all, I was twerking all over the place. It was like hopefully there's not video footage of me twerking because I was in twerk mode. It was great.
I'm gonna go look at the video.
It was
Damn. Hook me up. I need to give me a good biology teacher in my life. I heard they some freaks. So
I know a couple of them and they're bisexual. So
okay, we'll talk offline. Okay, y'all. All right, exciting show today. Exciting topic today. We got red flags and deal breakers. I already know it's gonna be some interesting comments from this panel here. So I know, Maya, get ready. Get ready, and I'm not about to mess with you first, Maya, because I know you're like, he always does this to me. No, I'm not about to come at you right now. All right,
Okay.
Ladies, here, let's kick this one off. Question number one, as the people pile in, what are some major red flags to look out for early in a relationship? And this is a KiKI kick this shit off the right way question.
I thought we was gonna let the guests, Taylor.
No, we're gonna go with you. We're gonna go with you first, man. What's up? What are some early red flags to look out for?
Well, for me personally, it would just be you can only talk to me at a certain time. If I call you and I can only speak to you during the day, and then at nighttime you go missing and it's an excuse on why you can't answer the phone or my text message, that's a big red flag. That means obviously you entertaining your woman at home and now during the day you free so you can talk to me. That's my biggest red flag that I think that I look out for.
All right. Taylor, what is your biggest red flag that you look out for?
I would have to agree with her. That's like a real big thing for me. But to add to that, it's like with that, not taking the initiative and leading to show interest. So when you're going ghost at a certain time, to me, you're not showing enough interest, because if we're getting to know each other, I need it to be all about me. That's just me. So keep it available. That's just me.
Okay, so it's gotta be all about you. Okay, good stuff. You damn right, Maya. I'm coming to you. You damn right. Come on, Maya. Let's go. What is Maya's major red flag to look out for early? So when you first going out with Ernest, what are some of the things you look for when you going out with Ernest early on? And you dating Ernest today?
I'm dating Ernest today. Okay. When they call me out of my name, like, in talking, they be like, yeah, such and such, and they call me an N-word, and I'm like, what? I got a problem with that. That's not my name, bro. You know what I mean? And especially if we're not talking, as I'm not calling you that. So you can't call me that. I'm not one of your homies, or, I don't know. So yeah, that's the problem for me.
So Tam, you and Darius, what is that shit that if Darius dare try to do this shit early on, what's the number one red flag that makes
I got like 3. I really have 3. So my first one is gonna be lack of consistency. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like, if you introduce me to a vibe, you have to keep that vibe up. So if you introduce me, you start texting me good morning every morning, and all of a sudden you stop, that's going to be a red flag to me, because what's happening is that you're not being consistent anymore. Another huge red flag for me, I'm not your woman. Don't call me pet names off the rip. Don't call me baby boo, honey boo. Call me my name, because for me, that means you can't remember my name. My name is my name. I need you to honor my name before you start calling me baby, honey, sweetie, sugar. Like, I don't like none of that. And another major red flag for me, and some people might feel a certain way about this, but if you are my age, if you are 30, in your 30s, and you have multiple baby mamas, that's a red flag for me, because that tells me that you don't have sexual discipline. It tells me that you lack discernment with who you interact with. And it also tells me that, because every time you talk to a guy like this, they be like, my baby mama ain't ish. My baby mama ain't ish. And it's like, but you laid on her, you impregnated her, you went through that whole process with her. So why is she really, you have to kind of hold yourself accountable at that moment, especially if you are the only person she has children with. So you the multiple baby daddy, but she only got one, and the one is yours. So there's some lack of discernment there. And so for me, those are some things that just like, I'd be like, I'm good. Be blessed though.
Especially with that pet name, it makes me feel like, that's what I thought you was gonna say, Maya.
What, the pet name?
Yeah, I'm like, what, you can't remember my name? Why my baby boo? Like, it's simple, Kia. Why are you calling me everything else?
Well, it could be like a blast text, meaning, people.
I used to do that.
Yeah, starting off like you said with the good morning, honey, and the good morning
queen.
Yes,
Grand rising queen.
And so they could be sending that to multiple people, so they don't want to get the names messed up. So I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely used to do that. I used to call people by the wrong name sometimes. I was like, oh, wrong person. That's my cousin.
So, KiKI, wait a minute. We're not going to speed past that. You can send out mass text messages to about 4 niggas in Brooklyn.
Not all in Brooklyn. There might be some like in Harlem or something. They was all over, but definitely.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Maya said don't call her nigga. You know what I'm saying? Taylor wants you all about her. KiKI wants you to respect her boundaries. Tam G saying, look, mixing with all them pet names, and you can't be having a bunch of baby mamas because you ain't got no penis discipline. Okay. Gerard, welcome to the show, GQ. Good
Hey,
to see
GQ.
you, brother.
What's going on? What you got for me?
Man, what are some major red flags to look out for early in a relationship?
When a female isn't transparent. So, and I say transparent, they want you to see everything but who they really are. So, telling me one thing, showing me something different, I see it off the rip. Like, who you hiding? Brought your representative out. Let you for what?
Is that me? Can y'all hear him?
No, it was very robotic.
Yeah, that's why I did the robot.
Hey, we can't hear you, bro. You must be in a dead spot.
And then it's frozen too.
Yeah. Hey, GQ, log back in and come back, bud. You frozen.
Big T in the building.
What up? Hey, you know I'm gonna shout Big T ass out. Hey, GQ, are you done, bro? Because I can't hear you. Okay, let my man come back in. Okay, we're gonna let him come back and get back in. First of all, before we segue, Big T wait in the building, man. Thank you for coming. Much love to Big T. If ain't nobody else love the damn purple panties, Big T love him some damn purple panties. Big T. Shout out to Big T, damn it. So, all right, ladies, I'm gonna close this topic out. Major red flag to look for me personally when I look for a relationship is a woman that honestly is disrespectful. Respect is so important. Let me explain. If you're talking and a woman constantly cuts you off, and there's been some women I had to leave alone because, like, you know what? If you was a man and you cut me off, this shit would go totally different. I would handle this in an alternative way. But since you don't know how to respect a conversation two-way, then you know what? That lets me know it's gonna be an issue. So I can't stand for a woman to do that. If I let you talk, let me talk, and we go back and forth. It's called conversation, not dictatorship. So that's just one of my things. Disrespect will not be tolerated. Good stuff, ladies. All right, moving on. This is a good one. How much weight? This is a Tami G question. I just feel Tami on this one. How much weight should be given to a partner's past behaviors or relationship history as potential red flags?
I'm going to say, and I mean, y'all don't have to agree with me, but I'm really going to say 80% of their past and 20% of what they're showing you.
Ooh.
And I put the 80% on because, you know, if you're talking from a biblical standpoint, it says, can a leopard change their spots? You know what I'm saying? If somebody has shown you who they were, or you are cognizant of their past, and nothing major has happened to make them change, what makes you think they're gonna change? They're gonna be different from you. I see a lot of women who steal men, or, you know, deal with men who was dealing with them when they was dealing with somebody else, and then they go off and they romp into the sunset together. Then left old dude and left old girl he was with when he first was with you. And you think he not gonna do you the same way, girl? Like, he gonna do you the same way? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? You really thought that was gonna work out good for you? And it's like, are you like? So for me, the past is important, and I think that context on the past is also important, because maybe they were moving in insecure energy and they have now gained confidence in themselves. So context about the past is very important, but I definitely think the past is an indicator of how they would move with you moving forward. Now, can people change? Yes, 100%. People should change. People should be always constantly changing and making themselves better. However, I think that if people have done very egregious things in the past, that is something that you need to always be cognizant of moving forward. If you know that you're dealing with somebody who's a notorious cheater, you might want to keep that in the forefront of your head. Like, that's something that you would keep for. If you know you're dealing with somebody who maybe has a criminal record, a criminal past, you might want to keep that in the forefront of your head. If you know you're dealing with somebody who is recently divorced, okay? I've dealt with men like this who are recently divorced and still have trauma and have to heal on that. Like, you got to keep that energy, because you'll be sitting there thinking y'all locked in, and really y'all not locked in, because they somewhere else. they somewhere else. They're saying something to you. They're speaking things to you, but their actions are not matching up. And that's why I said you have to know that history so that you can make an educated decision about whether that person is somebody you want to move forward with. But also that 20% is the action. Are they behaving in a manner? And let's not say behaving, because I don't like behaving means that they can kind of pretend to be that person. Are they treating you and acting in a manner that honors you and adds value to your life on a consistent basis? Because I think that consistency is very important there. Are they doing that consistently? And if the answer is yes, and you feel comfortable moving forward, you feel comfortable that you can trust that person's heart, hey, go for it. But if you can't, I think that's something to keep in mind, because I think so many times we play ourselves by thinking that, oh, that's what they did in their past. They're not going to do me like that. And then they mess around and do the same exact thing they did in the past, because cycles like that are not easily broken. So,
yeah, I agree.
That was a Tami G question. I told y'all. All right. Taylor, how you feel about that? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, at this age, I feel like people say you can't teach dogs new tricks. So I feel like at this age, a lot of these men or women not making too many changes in their lives unless they're actually like seeking help, therapy, and things of that nature. But looking at the patterns are real. I mean, we look at patterns for anything else with data. Patterns is a real thing. So I think dating someone or getting to know someone, asking those questions and kind of digging in their past should be a big thing when making a judgment on if you want to move forward with that person. Because if the person was abusive in the past, most likely you piss him off. He was in therapy, he's going to be abusive with you too. So, and I've learned that through experience. So,
wow, good stuff. Yeah, Maya, what you not ignoring? What you not ignoring, Maya? Let's talk about it.
What am I not ignoring? I'm kind of laid back. So what I would say is a past, everybody has one, myself included. So I try not to be, I was going to say judge. I try not to judge, but I think everybody judges to a certain extent. I try to take you at your word. What you say is what you mean. And then again, consistency, that's a really important word. Like Tami said, your actions have to align with your words. I also feel that, because I've done it in the past where, I tell people about my past, and then in retrospect, if we get into a disagreement or they feel they need to put me in my place, then they kind of bring up my past. They try to weaponize it in a way that it's like, oh, okay, so, you did X, Y, and Z, before. So what are you talking about now? So I don't know. I'm just going to throw something out there. Let's say cheating, whatever. So let's just say I said, oh, my last man cheated on me and I accepted it or whatever, or, because he was going to change. And then when you get angry, you feel like, oh, well, I cheated or whatever on you, but why are you getting angry? Because the last man you was with, you said, you wasn't mad about it. So why get mad at me? So the past, I feel like you leave it in the past. If somebody asks specific questions, I feel like you should answer them. But people just in general like to change who they are. If you want to say the representative part, I think someone said that. So when you ask people questions, can you really take them at their word about their past and their past relationship, especially if you don't know them through anybody and you don't know their past person? So can you really believe what they're saying? Because a lot of people just be like, well, I didn't do anything. She just up jump and left, or I didn't do anything. He did X, Y, and Z, and they make themselves out to look like they're angels. They never do nothing, or they never do anything. So yeah, I say I meet a person and I look at you, how you treating me, and if your actions align with your words, and I go from there. I feel like red flags will start popping up as you get to know them and you're conversing. You'll see if they really are who they say they are. That's how I look at it. I don't want to be judged by past things that I've done, because I feel like it's irrelevant. Everybody has a past.
Yeah.
Good stuff. KiKI, what's your take on that?
Oh, I agree with all the ladies. Especially when Tami said the 80 and 20%. Like, you have to kind of look at was this person a cheater? Was, you know, those type of things that you have to look at, because you lose them how you get them. Wait, that's how it's said? Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. You lose them how you get them, or whatever the case may be. So I get what she means. So for me, it is an 80-20 thing. Of course, you can't judge everybody on their past, because, like Maya said, everybody has a past, but there's certain things that you just can't look past. If you cheating on your baby mom and you're cheating on this one, it's a pattern. Eventually, what makes me feel like I'm so special, you're not gonna do it to me. So that's my take. I agree with all of the ladies, and yeah.
All right, good stuff. I love it. GQ, what's your take on that? How much weight should be given in a partner's past behaviors or relationship history as potential red flags? GQ.
I thought he was really into it until I realized his thing was frozen.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn. I said, this nigga's in deep thought. Like, I ain't his ass.
Like, I thought he was thinking about the question, because
like that. Physics or some shit. Like, damn, nigga, it ain't that deep. Anyway, I'll answer the question. I'll close out the topic. Me personally, everybody has a past, me included. I ain't never professed to be no saint. I ain't never been sanctimonious. I have always been honest. I was a better father than I've ever was a husband at the time, a boyfriend. My thing with the past, if you're transparent and honest, because I have a problem with two things. I have a problem with the hero syndrome and the victim syndrome. You always the goddamn hero, huh? You always save the day. Huh? I got a problem with and the damn victim. You always the damn victim. They always, everybody did you wrong. Mama, daddy, brothers, sister. So you ain't never did nobody wrong. So if you honest and transparent with your past and it aligns to what you're saying now, I can dig it, respect it, because Lord knows we all got one. So all of y'all, I agree with everything y'all said. Just to add a man's perspective, I just can't deal with the hero and the victim syndrome, because hey, we always been, hey, all of us have done something wrong somewhere somehow. So
it's some people who really sit here. I've met men and they'll sit here and it's always the other woman, or I've met females it's always me. I tell both sides of the story, because what you gonna do to me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell, I put my hands on people. Oh, I cheated. So I'm gonna tell everything. I've met people who sit here and it's always them. So why would this person leave this perfect relationship? As you say, don't play victim over here. But I will never know, because I'm only getting one side of the story. I hate them victims, because that shit does my nerves. I'll cut people off for that.
I ain't with it. So I guess that's a trigger.
I was just gonna say
honest.
Wait, what y'all said? Because both of y'all said at the same time.
Oh, I was listening. I was stopping for Tami to talk.
No, go ahead, Tam. Maya, go ahead, Maya.
Oh, I see. I done forgot my point now. It was something that KiKI said that I wanted to piggyback off, but I was just going to say, I think that people just tell you what you want to hear sometimes. They tell you what they think will make them look better in your eyes, instead of just telling the truth about who they are or what happened.
I definitely agree with that, but I also think that for me, I can't speak for y'all, but I'm just at an age where I just don't have enough energy to put it on airs for nobody. I don't care if it's a man, dog, chicken, or a horse. Like, I don't have energy for that. And so for me personally, I'm coming in as the most authentic version of myself, and that's what I expect from my partner. And if they can't be that, if they can't be honest, then we have a problem. Y'all have heard I used to date a pimp rapper. Like, literally, this is a real person that I dated. He told me what it was when I walked into that relationship, and I walked into that relationship open-eyed, because he told me what it was. I knew what it was. I made the choice to be in that relationship. And so if you're honest with what it is, you give me a choice to choose whether that's the life I want to make. But if you're coming in with lies, and you're coming in, I got to guess, and I got to figure out, I have issue with that. So for me, it's being able to weigh, is this somebody that, even though they got this past, I can deal with this past? Is this something I can do? And I think that people, like, have energy for nobody. People should be at energy. I know it's easy for a lot of guys to lie, to get to whatever. The lie will always come to the forefront. That is my problem. Like, just be honest. That's it. Be honest.
Exactly. Because I tell people everything. I'm like, it's your choice whether you want to ride this ride or you want to get off. I'm telling you now.
Right.
Some of them, they say that they willing to ride it, and then they get on. I can't deal with you. I told you in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I said earlier that a lot of times now, what I've learned from just trial and error, not to tell someone everything about you, because again, what I've noticed, I date men, and so you tell them something about you that may not have been, so pretty, or again, maybe you're abused, maybe you weren't abused, maybe you had trauma. Maybe you had childhood trauma. I don't know. Maybe you date outside your race or something like that. And then when they feel the need to put you back in your place, they want to use that as a derogatory statement. And I just put dating outside my race because I recently had someone who, anytime they feel a way towards me to put me back in my place, they want to bring up, oh, you dated whites, or you dated this, or you dated that, to kind of chip away at my self-esteem or my self-worth, just because they may not agree per se with dating outside your race. And, everybody has their own flavor of whatever they do. And I think this particular person said at one point they did date outside of their race, but it didn't work for them. So how you want to judge me for, going with, because my thing is, I like who likes me. I love who loves me. Meaning, that is the person that I give a chance. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we're going to get married, that the relationship is going to work out. But if you're being consistent with me and you're loving me, then there is no reason why I'm not going to honestly, give you a chance. And that can be any color, any person. So I take issue with people bringing things up on my past, like, oh, well, you accepted this before, or you accepted that before. So again, when I say it or when I do it, what's the problem? Trying to pigeonhole you just for you to stay where they think you should be. And I have a big problem with that. I don't want to talk to anybody or have anyone in my life who does that, because I feel like, I don't know if it's a form of manipulation. I say it's like abuse.
It is. So it is. That's exactly what it is.
Definitely is.
Put you on your place. I had a guy tell me recently, this is the guy I used to be interested in back when we were in college. And I looked very nice when I went down to my alumni weekend, and he saw the pictures of me. And he said, I hate to gas you up, but that hair and dress combo was really doing something. And I said, why do you hate to gas me up? Why you come to me and say I'm beautiful? Like, and it was like, he felt like before he complimented me, he had to pull me down a few notches before he complimented me. And it's just like, don't be weird. Like, that's weird. And but people will use your past. But I also think, so for me, what I've done to stop that, I don't tell what you don't ask. So for me, if you ask a question, I'm gonna answer it honestly, but I don't tell what you don't ask. So, and that's why I say, like, answering those questions. That's one of the things I ask when I interact with a man. One of the first couple things are you married? Have you ever been married? Do you have kids? What is your relationship? That's important to me. And they're like, are you all in my business? No, because y'all people be married out here trying to have whole side relationships. And then I get invested in this and you whole married. So it's some things that I ask that are, important things for me. But if they not asking the questions about my past, I'm definitely not gonna offer that information up, like, graciously. Like, oh, here's what I went through, my trauma. No, I'm not gonna.
Well, I just want to make one thing, and then Matt can go on. My mother always said, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, and then that's just that.
That's biblical.
Yeah, that's biblical right there. There you go. Okay, then, KiKI, look at you. Quote Bible parables. Okay, check you out.
It's from my mama, not me.
Good. Oh, that's my. Well, I'm glad you listened that day to mama. Shout out to mama, wherever she's at. All right, good stuff. Hey, and I just want everybody to know, again, viewers, these ladies are brilliant because they don't know none of these questions. So everything that you're getting from these ladies is off the top, organic, intellectual feedback. All they know is the theme of the show every week. They don't know none of these questions. So please put some respect on this day. When I say the greatest panel, this is why I say that. Just want to throw that in there.
A little bit, because I be reading them comments.
Yeah, I mean, for real, they don't. These ladies don't know when Maya turns her head like that. She got to think about that shit because she don't be knowing. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I feel this is going to be a good question for Sharice to kick off, and I want to go with Maya second on this because Maya is very non-judgmental. So I'm gonna go with Maya safe. I want Sharice. I'm sorry, Taylor to kick this off. My bad. My bad.
Oh Lord.
They know now. They know.
I know, right? Cast out the bag. Court bad. Damn Mac. All right. This is good though. This is good. When it comes to deal breakers, how much compromise is too much compromise? Where do you draw the line, Taylor?
It's a deal breaker, so I don't really compromise if it's a deal breaker. I've been through a lot in my life, so when I have ignored the deal breaker that I said was a deal breaker, it ended up slapping me in my face. So if it's a deal breaker for me, there's no compromising. That's just it for me.
Okay, good stuff. All right. She said if it's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker for a reason, right? Ain't no compromise, correct?
Right.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Okay, Maya, what you got?
I'm gonna say the same thing. In my past, because I have one. And I've dated all sorts of men, all different kinds of colors and all ages from different countries. So what I will say is, yes, if I have a deal breaker and then you go and you do what it is that I didn't like, I'm not going to compromise, only because I have done that in the past. And no, it never tends to work out, because I feel like people, when you're dating, I feel like there's a standard set. Like if you accept this behavior, even if you apologize for it and say you'll never do it again, I feel that's opening the door for you to actually do it again. You know, if she forgave me this time, then she gonna forgive me next time. And I might do some crocodile tears and say, oh, I'm so sorry, baby. I'll never do it again. And then next thing you know, a week later, it's the same old bullshit. So, okay. So y'all miss me with all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there it is. Okay, KiKI, because I already know Tammy's gonna have a strong stance on this one. So KiKI, go ahead, KiKI. We'll let Tammy close this goddamn topic.
Right. What was the question again? I'm sorry. What was the question?
So, when it comes to deal breakers, how much compromise is too much? Where do you draw the line?
See, I feel like because I'm a Libra and I'm just a forgiving person, and it always backfires on me. I'll forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive. And for me, I don't know. I really don't. And that's my God honest truth. I wish, like, I'll talk a good talk. Mm-hmm. I really do. And then I'll turn around and be like, okay, we talked about it. Let's move on or whatever case. So I can't. I don't know. I really don't.
That's what I figured. Damn.
You know, I'm still working through it.
I was writing some notes now, so I didn't forget what I wanted to say.
You have thoughts. I know you have strong thoughts on this one. Let's go.
So let me first say this. I think that as women, when we feel a very strong connection to a man, that's when we compromise. Like, you're not gonna compromise for Bob the Builder, who, you know, he just okay. But when the man is fine, when y'all have good conversation, and when all these things are aligning, but then there's something that doesn't align, that's when you start to make those compromises. Mm-hmm. But I definitely think it's depending on the nature of the compromise. So for me, and I've said this several times, it's just a red flag for me for a man to have all these different baby mamas. And I think it's because of my upbringing. My father had 4 children by 4 different women, and I sat at his funeral and I saw what that looked like, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't nice. It wasn't kind. There was energies everywhere. I don't want my children to grow up in that, and that's not a lifestyle that I want to be a part of either. I don't always have to worry about, you know, if Shawty call you at midnight because the baby's sick. You know, that's stuff I don't want to have to deal with, right? But that's a compromise, because what if the person's passed away? What if that was a relationship when they were 19, 20 and now they're 30? You know, so it's that's a compromise, right? But for me, there's some things that I can't compromise on. If I find out you laying hands on people, type of physical abuse, baby, that's not a compromise. Yeah. I don't care what the circumstance was. I don't care anything. Like, people swoon over Chris Brown, and Chris Brown is an amazing, talented singer. But since he's laid his hands on Rihanna, my attraction to him has diminished. It has ceased. It has this, like, I'm not attracted to that. There's nothing about that that's attractive to me I don't care under any circumstances. Infidelity, like if you are cheating on me or you've cheated on somebody in the past, that's a deal breaker that I'm not willing, because I'm not going to place myself in a position where I feel like I'm vying for your attention with somebody else. That's just not something that I'm going to place myself in. Another one that I think gets a lot of, well, we let go a lot as women, is lying. Why you had to lie, Craig? Why you had to lie?
Right.
Like, what you lying for? Just tell me what it is. And I think sometimes men are so concerned with hurting our feelings that I lied to save you. No. You're hurting me by being dishonest with me. Please tell me the truth. Even if the truth hurt my feelings. Okay? If I stink today, baby, tell me I stink. Don't tell me I smell good and I go out there and I'm stinking in the world. Like, I need you. You need to be the standard of truth before me, even if that truth's gonna hurt me, right? And then sexual abuse, any type of sexual abuse. I think sometimes we don't talk about this, but sexual abuse happens within relationships. Not every encounter that you have with your spouse or your significant other might be consensual. Okay, there are times when you say no and they want to do it, they do what they want to do anyway, and so that shows like a lack of sexual discipline. And I think we're all sexual beings, and so I'm not gonna ever negate the fact that sexual, attraction and things like that is important. But I also think consent is sexy as fuck. I think restraint is sexy as fuck. Like, there are things that are sexier than actually having sex. Like, I need you to be in that energy, because if I don't feel like I can be safe in that space with you, I can't trust you with all of my sexual energy, because you haven't shown yourself trustworthy, because you don't have that sexual discipline. And so those are some things that it's just like, if these are the signs, these are the things that I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, no, this is not going to work for me. You are not somebody that I align with on that level where I'm able to.
So. Can I just say something about the lying part? Why I feel like one of the reasons why men lie. And I don't feel like it's to shield you from anything. I really feel like sometimes men lie is because they know, if you know the truth, that you're going to leave their ass. So that is the reason why they will lie and say, well, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to be hurt, instead of just telling you because they know you're going to be like, oh, no, I'm not with that. I'm out. And so I would just say, I'm giving examples. I've dated a lot of different people. And so one of the people who I dated, he had a roving eye. And so I would say to him, like every time you see a woman, she looks good. I thought he was
cock-eyed. Okay.
Yes, a womanizer. You got to talk to them. You got to exchange numbers. You got to do this. You got to do that. Okay. And so I'm like, I don't know if I could take you seriously, because you always seeing a shiny new penny and you like, ooh, let me pick up this penny. Ooh, they go a quarter. Ooh, they go to, and so you all around. But the part that's annoying. But the part that is really irritating is that then you want to have me be okay with you talking to all of these different people and try to bring them in my life for different things. Oh, you need a babysitter? Maybe she could do it. Oh, you looking for a partner with a podcast? Maybe they could do it. Oh, you want a model or whatever? Maybe she could do it. And it's like, hold up. Who are all of these different women they coming from? Who are they? And if I tell you that I do not want them in my life, why is that an issue? If you want to have different people, like a revolving door coming in and out of your life or whatever, that's your thing. But how you want to try to make that my thing? And then tell me, oh, well, you selfish. You just want me all to yourself, whatever. I understand you love me. I got to be free. I got to do this and I got to do it. Right. And I feel like, okay, I don't want to stop nobody from doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to have a roving eye and talk to all these different women, please do it. Do not let me stop you, my dear, from doing any damn thing you want to do. You understand what I mean? But if I want to remove myself from the situation, then it'll be like, oh, well, babe, you don't like that. I'm going to stop doing it.
See, my ex told me a long time ago, I lied to you because I don't want to hurt your feelings. If I told you the truth and was flat out about what I was doing, that means that I don't care about how you felt. And I swear to God, like, I believed it for so many years. I was like, no, he he lying only because he told, and I believe that for a long time. Shit.
Mm-hmm. That's that bullshit.
It makes you, I be like, no, I'm like, no. And my friends will tell me, no, you don't know what you talk about, girl, because he told me that if he ain't here, he would have told me the truth.
You can make an informed decision with the truth. Therefore, they withhold the truth.
Yeah, now I know. Thank God I grew up. That's why I was like 14, 15.
That's like going into a courtroom and telling the jury, "Oh, I did it," but you know what I mean. Don't take that into consideration. Take everything else I say into consideration, and then base your your determining factor on that. Don't believe when I said that I did it because that was a lie. Just.
I mean, for me, I think it depends, like on what it is. Like I look at it like when I want my kids to come and tell me some grimy stuff because, like, yeah, Mom, I wouldn't did this, I wouldn't did that. Like to me, I feel like there's no respect there. So depending on what it is, I don't think I want to know the truth for certain things. I think it's really just how you move and your actions. Because I look at like the forgiving part is, yeah, we are all human. Nobody's perfect. So if you went out and you messed up, you was at a bachelor party or something, and you messed around and messed up, I don't care to know. Like if I suspect something, like I don't want you to come like, yeah, baby, we was at this party and she laid it out. I don't know all that. Like, please.
It kind of hurt your feelings a little bit.
Please lie.
Kind of hurt your feelings.
I mean, I get that, but my thing is, when there's lack of honesty they make you vulnerable. They put you in a position to look stupid. And baby, I'm not stupid. And so that's my issue. They're not honoring and respecting you. They're not being people of integrity when they're not truthful and forthright with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And that is my issue, because at the end of the day, you did what you did. If you cheated, you did whatever. You did what you did. Okay, you did it. Own up to it. Let me know, because now if I'm put in a position and I'm in a room with this person that you done did something with, or I'm put in a position and everybody else know the truth and I don't know the truth, I'm sitting up here looking like boo-boo the fool. And baby, I don't want to be boo-boo no fool. Okay, that is my thing. Because if this is a person that is in your life, that is integrated into your life in multiple parts of your life, and then some egregious thing they did come to the truth and everybody knew it except for you, or people knew it, and then you just, you're gonna be sitting there looking dumb. And I have issue with that, because we too grown to be moving in that energy of, I can't move like that. Not no more. Mm-hmm.
I think Taylor, what you said earlier, I think that touches on what we talked about a few weeks ago, and that if you don't know what your man is doing, or let me put it a different way, if he is not showing any signs of cheating on you or being disrespectful, he's consistent, he is where he say he's going to be, and he does everything that he says he's going to do, how would you be any of the wiser, that he's out there doing anything? Because there are no red flags, you know what I mean, to say, oh, he's doing that. He shows up when he's supposed to. When you call, he answers. If he told you, baby, I'm going to do this or whatever, 99% of the time it happens. So, even if he was at a bachelor party and he may have slipped up and did something, how would you know? You wouldn't. You know what I mean? So that's important too.
Yeah, that was my thing. If you bring an STD home or something, that's different. You need to tell me the truth. Don't tell me some
right.
Like, cheating, this is gonna probably take some heat. Like, I don't really care about cheating. That's not, people cheat. Like, people lie, people cheat. It is what it is. It's how you go about it. If you bringing it home, you disrespecting me, I find out, she calling, you staying out all night, then obviously that's a form of disrespect. So now we have to address the situation. But,
well, I know one of my ex boyfriends, his brother, hate to tell people business, long story short.
Tell it.
Go ahead, tell it, Maya. Go tell it, Maya.
Right. That's the next door neighbor pregnant. Okay. So, yes, next door neighbor. And so I'm like, why do men do that? Why would you go right next door and cheat on your wife because they were married, and then get next door neighbor pregnant and think that you're not going to be found out or nobody's going to know? I mean, just stupid stuff, that happens. And he got found out and he got a divorce. And I think his wife might have been pregnant at the time. So, child.
He would have been in court for the divorce and my murder trial. I'll tell you that much right now.
Okay. KiKI, please. Let's stay out of murder trials. Good stuff, lady. Great segment. I loved everything y'all said. Everybody had different perspectives, and it's real. All right, next question. And I'm gonna kick this one off because this is a personal experience. Have you ever ignored red flags early on that later became a major issue in the relationship? Hell yeah. And let me kick it off. Yeah, even me. So early on, ignoring being younger, moving fast and grooving and things of that nature. And sometimes men, I'm not gonna lie, we can get if the sex is good and shit like that. I was distracted and I was like, nah, maybe that ain't really what I think it is. And and it was selfish. It was a very selfish, self-centered trait. But when you're young and you moving and grooving, hey man, you having great sex, you like shit, man, that ain't that big. She don't really mean that. Well, long story short, that's why I ended up leaving the damn woman. But I couldn't get mad. I had to really take accountability because at the end of the day, when a person show you who they are, you must believe them. And I chose to ignore that flag, but because I didn't want to accept it and deal with it. But the reality of it is, it was there the whole time. So good stuff. Now let me go to Maya on that one. Yeah, Maya, I'm coming to you. Because I want a story. I know Maya got a story somewhere. Maya got the best personal stories, y'all, by the way, in the world. I know it's somewhere on somebody. Maya got a great story.
Well, I will say that aggression. And I used to date a man who I was really in love with, and he was very aggressive. He had a criminal. When I say criminal, he went to federal prison and he was in prison. And again, I don't judge people. So I know a few people who I know say, girl, you college educated. This is how people think. You college educated. You've never been to jail before, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Why would you deal with somebody like that? But because you looking at a person based on their own merits and not necessarily their past, you give them the benefit of the doubt, like I normally do. And I would just say he displayed aggression, not towards me at first, but just to a lot of different people in different situations, out on the street, at his business. He had a very short fuse. And then eventually it started, I started being the center of that aggression coming, at me when it was not necessary. Wait a minute, let me stop. It's never necessary, I feel like, for a man to get aggressive or be abusive to a woman. So let me just say that. But because of my past and things that I've been through, that was a red flag, but I stayed. Until then it started getting abusive to the point of putting hands on me or something like that. So, when somebody shows you who they are, you should believe them. And not, again, those crocodile tears, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, I won't ever do it again, and blah, blah, blah. And they might be okay for a little while, and the next thing you know, you right back in the same situation. I forget who was on here. Was it Joy last week when she said something about emotional, was it emotional intelligence?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that. You know how to deal with your emotions, and you put the emotion to where it's supposed to be, meaning your boss pissed you off at work, and you pissed off at your boss. So, you give your boss the business, not you come home to your woman or your man. And then you give them the business because you mad at such and such and such and such.
Exactly.
If that makes any sense.
Good stuff. Okay, KiKI, how you feel about that?
One of the flags that I've ignored definitely was like the cheating. Because when I found out that the dude was cheating, and then like Maya said with the crying, I'm like, oh my God, I never had a man cry for me. Because I packed myself, I'm ready to go. And then he starts to cry. I'm like, oh my God, like, no, don't cry. Like, I'm feeling bad. Like, it was my fault. And I put my bags, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna go. Let's, figure it out. But the cheating never stopped after that. And I wish that I would have left once it first happened, because if I would have, it wouldn't have turned into like a 10-year turmoil type of a relationship. So I definitely did ignore the cheating and the chicks calling my phone like I was messing with they men. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, I'm confused. I wish that I would have said, you know what? All right, you cheating, boom. I'm going. I'm out of here. But no, me being swayed by the little crocodile tears and stuff like that. I went and got married like a dumbass. Thinking, okay, you know how they say, like, oh, you can't have a man, like, you can't have a baby to keep a man. I went and got married thinking, okay, if I marry this dude, he's not going to cheat no more. He going to, you know, I'm his woman. And nope, it didn't stop. Cheating never stopped. And I wish that I would have just walked away when I had my bags packed. I wish that I didn't stay. And maybe I would have been well off now at this point. So definitely the cheating thing. I don't know.
Good stuff. Taylor, what about you?
One of the red flags I had, I ended up finding myself I would have never heard my dad cuss out my mom, none of that toxic stuff. So I don't know where I got this thing from where I dealt with toxic men. But
Froze, Taylor. You started talking about toxic men and you froze.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of them toxic?
Get a vacuum cleaner.
She looks very pretty in the picture.
Mm-hmm. She does.
Taylor, can you say it again because you froze? I don't know what happened. You froze when you started talking about toxic men.
Yeah, so I was like, my parents never showed any type of form of abuse, but I find myself in a situation with a toxic man, and I don't know how I did that. But the first situation was he had sent me off to go get a vacuum cleaner for an apartment. So I went to go get like a little cheap vacuum cleaner, right? And when I came back, he called me a bitch for like out my name through the argument of getting a cheap vacuum cleaner. So it broke me down. Like, I'm crying. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Whatever. Like, why is this happening? Like, don't call me that again. Like, don't ever call me that again. Whatever. Don't talk to me. Like, don't call me. So we went through this little breakup. Of course, like the crocodile tears, like he said, he's calling, he's crying, he's doing everything to make it up. That's just the words that we use back at home. It wasn't really to you, you know. Then you love bomb me with gifts and stuff, and so I'm like, okay, maybe he's really sorry. But then it happened again, and it happened again, and it happened again, and then it was like, you're trying to make me be okay because that's just the word. Right. It doesn't really mean anything towards you. 10 years later, now I'm getting my head beat. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's just escalates. And like she said, I wish that I would have got out of that situation a long time ago from the first time. But, you know, I used to be that person that talked about women like, she's so dumb. Why is she staying in this situation? But you never you. And I just say, like, the red flag. Like, as soon as that happened, the word nigga, motherfucker, any of that. When you call me anything but princess, queen, beautiful, I'm out. I'm out.
Right.
Good stuff. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I know, Tami, you have thoughts. So bring the thoughts.
Well, I guess say, Tami, you got thoughts.
Tami have thoughts. I be writing my stuff down so I don't forget because I be listening to y'all intently. But one, I think so. I have different experiences from most of the women on the panel. My relationship history is very short. I don't tolerate a whole bunch of foolishness. So my longest relationship is 6 months because I don't do long term for foolishness. That's just who I am. I can't force myself to be in a situation. So I think for me, something that I've allowed or something, a red flag that I've missed or that I've ignored is he's just not into you. Because most of the time that when I'm dealing with a dude, if I'm dealing with him on a way that I'm dealing with him, I like him. Like I don't like a lot of people. And I think any dude that's ever talked to me, try to court me, whatever, holler at me, whatever, they'll know. If I like you, you gonna know I like you. Like it's not even gonna be, you ain't gonna have to question, you gonna have to doubt, you ain't gonna do none of that. I'm gonna show that. And I think sometimes, and so what I've done now is I've kind of dialed that back. Even if I am really into the dude, I don't even let him know too much because if I'm not feeling reciprocity, if I'm not feeling like it's reciprocated, I'm not gonna go so hard. But ignoring those flags of they're just not into you. The last person that I was intimate with, it was a kind of a love triangle. I say love. It was a lust triangle. It was some people that I had met when I was dealing on set. I was on the set of a movie called Praise This. Y'all may have seen it with Chloe Bailey. And I was working background, and I was trying to come to a decision about whether I was about to go back into teaching. This is before I started back teaching full time. And I had met some people, and when I tell y'all we was locked in, It was like the first day we sitting at the table, we're having these deep conversations. And so the one guy showed the interest in me, but he was 5 years younger than me and wasn't my type, right? He cool, he funny, but he ain't my type. His homeboy, who was a little bit older, still younger than me, but a little bit older, that's the one. Cause he got it. And it was like he got it from the beginning. And I'm like, oh wow. So at first I'm ignoring it. I'm like, okay, no, whatever. No. You know, and then we were on set because when we shoot these movies, you're on set for 12, 13 hours a day. We was on set for like 12, 13, 14 hours a day for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So by the end of 2 weeks, I'm in love. Don't like you can't tell me nothing. I'm locked out. That's my man. Like he don't even know he my man, but he my man. Okay. And so, but they're roommates, right? So they're roommates. So you got the one who like me and the one that I like. And I think he liked me, but I'm not sure if he liked me. I don't know. And honestly, it just ended up being a real hot mess, y'all. And I don't talk to none of them no more. As a matter of fact, I don't have their numbers in my phone. I don't talk to none of them more. We hung out one night. One thing happened and another thing happened. And now I'm the weirdo.
And then what happened? Wait, what happened though?
Wait a minute, Tami. Now what happened? Now stop with the damn shit. Now, well, what happened? Shit.
So okay, so I'm just gonna tell the whole story because listen, they ain't never gonna see this. They don't follow me no more. They do follow me. They don't follow me no more, right? So what happened was So I knew the one that I liked. I knew his mom was sick. She had cancer. And she was doing well, and then she wasn't. So we hadn't spoken in a while because I knew he wasn't that into me. And I had let it go. I was like, okay, I like him, but he's not that into me. It's okay, right? So I was like, okay. But then I found out his mama passed away, and it was his birthday. And I'm an empath, y'all. I'm very empathetic. And so I called my homegirl at the time. We not friends no more, but I called my homegirl at the time. I was like, bro, we got to do something for him. His mama just passed away and it's his birthday. Yo, let's pull up to your house. Let's do that. And so we pulled up. Everybody pulled up. His roommate pulled up. He pulled up. By the end of the night, we were in the bathroom. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Wait, all you was in the bathroom? Or just you?
No, me and him.
Oh, okay.
I thought you, him, and the whole girl.
Hell no.
That's actually my kind of night, honey.
So,
damn. Okay.
So I say all that to say, after that situation, right? Because like I said, he wasn't that into me. That was sympathy punani. That's what that was. It was like we was all in our fields. We was drinking. It was his birthday. His mama just passed away. At this point. Okay, so you can have it. Okay. Anyway, so but afterwards, it just let me know because like there was no phone call to check in afterward. It wasn't no check the status of what we got going on, and I didn't want no relationship from him. To be honest, y'all, I knew he wasn't that into me. I just let that happen because I still had those feelings for him, but I knew he wasn't that into me. And like I knew it, and I just didn't check that flag. He should have never had access to me at all. And like to this day is one of my biggest regrets. And not even from the friendship standpoint, because I think he proved after that he was not my friend. Because if he was my friend, you would have never treated me like that. Like, I don't need to be your woman. Like, I don't even, you can't do nothing for me, baby. I already proved I got more money than you. I got more emotion than you. Ooh. Like, this not even what it is. But my thing is, if we homies like we say we was, because we really were friends, we really were hanging out, we really were doing things, we really were checking in with each other, you was not gonna treat me the way you treat me. Every time they did something big, he was in a Spice video. He did some other stuff with some other celebrities. Because like I said, these are my set people. Every time they did something dope, I hit them up. Yo, that was dope, bro. Like da. I was on a whole show with Mac. We was on Asking for a Friend.
We were.
And they knew I was on the show. I didn't get no congratulations. I didn't get no we see you. I didn't get none of that. And it was just like, these people really don't F me for real. They really some low-key haters. And so for me, that my red flag is dealing with men, and you know you like them or whatever, but they not that into you, and just catching that flag. Because if you don't catch it, like you open yourself up to get in, I'm not even just getting played, because it's, to me, that situation even ain't even about getting played. I made a conscious decision. I made that choice. But it's like that he didn't even deserve the energy from me. Like, there's one thing to make a conscious decision. We all grown, you know what I'm saying? We can make decisions, but like from a dude who didn't even deserve the motherfucking time of day. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Another thing is, and I don't know if any ladies had touched on this already, but red flag, somebody being broke. Somebody being broke. Have y'all ever dealt with a guy who pretended like they had a lot of money and then it come out afterwards like they ain't got nothing? They ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Like,
hell yeah.
So
they be dressed fly head to toe. Oh yeah, you got cash. I'm out here just sending money. No, that shit that you wearing. I'm confused. Been there.
But yeah. You have cash. Okay. Well, I would say just to piggyback off what Tami said, you know, as women, we got to know our worth. You have to know your worth. You got to know, like, if you're not being treated in a situation the way you want to be treated, you have to be,
vigilant.
Yes, you gotta know when to walk away. You gotta know when to walk away, regardless of how much you like him, how he looks, how you're talking, how he make you feel. You have to know your worth, and if you're not being treated the way that you want to be treated, then we as women, we need to just walk off. And that's something that I keep telling myself. I have to tell myself that every day. If you're not being treated the way you want to be treated, or you're being disrespected, or whatever the case may be, you need to know your worth and walk away. Because if you don't know your worth, is anybody else going to know? So that's how I look at it.
And I just be trying to hold on.
KiKI, be quiet.
KiKi is crazy. Okay, good stuff. Ladies, great segment. Y'all.
I wasted my 90 on him. And I know it was good.
Was it good though?
So many times. Let me stop.
Was it good though?
Tami, was that MacBook Man? That wasn't the MacBook Man, was it?
Hell no.
Okay, all right, okay. I didn't. Okay, all right. I'm just asking because I'm still stuck on the MacBook. Tami, a good one. Okay, ladies, great segment. Okay, I got a hypothetical, and let me set the table. Tami, I know you're gonna be far left on this. I'm setting the table now. You're gonna be all totally opposite of this shit. I'm looking at Taylor towards the opposite end of you on this one. Maya closer to that. The key is gonna be where KiKi swings with all of this, because I know where Tami, your ass is gonna be on this hypothetical situation. All right. Let's get into it. Let's say you was in a relationship for 6 years and you found out Ronaldo cheated 4 years ago. How do you handle that? Do you move forward with it? It is what it is. It's water under the bridge. How do you handle Ronaldo cheating 4 years ago in y'all 6-year relationship? 2 years removed from that situation, done deal. I'm going to Taylor first because Tami's she's got thoughts on this one. So let me go to Taylor first because Taylor gonna be like, look, nigga, it's over with. I didn't know about the shit. Fuck it, let's move on. We living good now. We living better now. Go ahead, Taylor. What you got? I can't hear you talking good, but we can't hear you, baby. We can't hear you.
Moving in slow motion.
Yeah, I know. We can't hear you, Keith. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Your phone muted. And now she's saying some good stuff too. I know she's saying something.
No.
What about now, Keith? Taylor? Okay. You frozen. Come back in. I'm gonna go to Maya on that one while we getting her. Maya, I know you you're liberal in some things, Maya. None the wiser. How do you feel about that?
I'm going to say I'm going to forgive it just outright. But see, I'm also a thinker when I start looking back. Was it something going on like important, with me that you kind of dipped off when you were supposed to be present? And then, for whatever the reason you said, oh, I got something to do. My mama was sick. I don't know. People make up stories and stuff. And then come to find out you was with Monique or something like that.
Dang, not Monique. God Damn.
I don't
Slapping
know.
the shit out of Monique.
Be quiet. Yes, I don't know how I would feel about that. And I guess to take into consideration how I felt about the man, but I don't even know if any of that should be important, right? I mean, the fact that he cheated and he lied about it should be enough for me to be like, okay, so go hang with Monique, and that'd be the end of that. So that's all I got.
Okay, but I dig it though. But Maya, you said you would forgive him, but it would be some thoughts like, really, what the hell was going on in that time period?
Yes, I would forgive initially, but I would start thinking about what was occurring at that time, and if it was something very egregious, I don't know if I could forgive it. I would have to probably be like, okay, well, I'm leaving. And so I know what men, a lot of the times, they want you to stick to what you first did. So like if you forgave me and then you turn around later on and be like, okay, I have a problem with that. Men have a problem with that. Like, no, you was okay with it that time. So now all of a sudden, why you change your mind? Like you can't do two things. You understand what I mean? I can't say, not Monique Mike. Anyway, you can't say that I'm okay with it, and then after you gave it some thought, you saying I'm not okay with it.
Right.
All right, good stuff. All right, Taylor, you back.
Yes, so you was all wrong. If we locked in 6 years and 4 years ago you cheated, like I'm not gonna hold that to you. Like especially if you hid that from me that long, I didn't know. So you're doing something right. So I'm not about to lose everything we've invested and what we've done because you cheated. Here's my thing with cheating. I look at it like this. There's every other race in this world that accept cheating except Black women. I'm not saying I accept it or I'm telling you to go out there and cheat. It's really how you do it. Like, I should not know. There should not be nothing coming to me. Like, I shouldn't know. But if we're locked in, we're invested, we're building our home together, we're building a family together. Like, I'm not about to lose all of that for a nut because you went to go get a nut. Now, if you taking care of this woman, you still calling her, she calling the phone at night, like that's a problem for me. So just to answer the question, like 4 years ago, we 6 years in, no, I'm not losing what we got for that.
Boom. Mm-hmm. So I was right. I said you in the far end. Maya's close. See, Matt be knowing. I know my shit, lady. You are right. Maya's closer to you. The key at all, I already know Tammy's so goddamn far away from that, it don't make no sense. I already know. So the key to this is gonna be where KiKI swing on that. KiKI, how you feel about that?
Not if I felt like if we in like 6 years in and I found out that the dude was cheating or whatever cases, I feel like I gotta get my get back. Just to, so I can feel better. And it's happened.
Do it.
And I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna kiss you all in your mouth.
Wait a minute. You go kiss the man in his mouth?
His one in his mouth. This happened. And then I hear, you out here sucking DICK. I'm like, well, so was you, because I came home and I kissed you in your mouth. So now we both out here sucking dick.
You know what? See, that's how domestic violence starts. That type of shit right there. That type of stuff right there, KiKI. You just
I feel like I really have to get my gift, just to make me feel better. Am I gonna leave the situation? No, because this happened 4 years ago. So it is what it is now. At this point, I done went all this time without knowing. But just to make me feel better, I'm gonna have to go and do something back. I'm sorry, I just have to, and you can't say nothing about it.
I respect that. Okay, Key. Okay. So Maya's gonna stay, but she got thoughts. We already know Taylor ain't leaving. She ain't throwing away the house, the cars, the lifestyle for a nut. So I kind of already knew that. KiKI, yeah, we know what KiKI. We know how she roll. Okay, I'm gonna ask GQ that. I want a man's perspective. You and Charlene, y'all together. You know what I'm saying? 6 years. And you found out 2 years ago, Charlene stepped out on you with Darius.
Charlene.
Everything was cool, but Darius broke down and just told you one day, bro, I knocked your old lady down. Are you going to handle that from a man's perspective?
Matt, let me tell you this. I'm like KiKI. All's fair in love and war. That get back is real. So all I'm saying is this. We make decisions every day. Acceptance is a motherfucker. If you can choose to accept to go into your job every day and hate your boss and continue to work, you can accept that the person that you've been with forever cheated on your ass and y'all was happy yesterday. Accept it. So I'm with the shit. You know what I'm saying? You cheated on me and I ain't found out. You did something good. We was happy yesterday. We're gonna be happy today. It's just accept it. I'm with you. That's all I gotta say. Accept it. Look, and I'll tell you why, Mac. I was with a girl for a long time, and she cheated on me. But I had to come to the realization that after she cheated, I still wanted to be with her, and I swallowed my pride, and I was with her, and that was all to it. Yep, because I still wanted her. So people be out here faking, talking about what they won't do and will do. No, be real about it.
Exactly.
Don't fake it. You can be hurt and still want a person. Don't live to society. That society standard is some bullshit.
Exactly. I'm glad you said it.
Good deal, brother. Well, she has thoughts, and so we're waiting for Tami's thoughts. So Tam, y'all get ready now.
Okay, so my first question is why have we made cheating the norm in monogamous relationships? Okay, why have we made cheating acceptable in monogamous relationships? I don't understand why that's a thing. If you feel it's necessary to go out and be with somebody else, go out and be with somebody else, and let me know that you want to go out and be with somebody else. But if you put me at danger by going out and sleeping around with other people, I've heard way too many horror stories of men cheating on their wives and coming home bringing STDs and AIDS and everything else. Why not just be forthright? Like, why do that? So that's my first question on this. But if I've been with this man for 6 years, I'm gonna assume we're married. I'm 35. I'm not gonna be with nobody for 6 years. They ain't my husband, like with a ring on my finger. So if we're married, there are things to consider. Okay. So if we're married, first question is, during this time period that you cheated, what were we going through? Were we going through something? Was there like a death in the family? Was there some things that were going on? Because if you were going through something, then maybe that was an outlet. Okay. That doesn't make it right. But now, okay, do I know this woman? Okay. Is this somebody that you've had in my face, parading in my face? Because if that's somebody you've had in my face, oh baby, it's over. Because you're that's that whole making me look stupid, not having integrity. That's what that is. That's not gonna work for me. How many times did it happen? Was it a one-off or was it an actual affair? Was it more than one? Like, these are things I need to know before I make an educated decision about whether or not I'm moving forward. Why am I finding out now? Am I finding out now because you're being forthright, or am I finding out now because somebody's coming out of the dark? A baby then came out of the dark. What are the reasons? Why am I finding out? What does she look like? If you cheat on me, you better cheat on me with somebody who's better than me. Because if you cheat on me with an ugly bitch, we gonna have problems.
Oh my
if you cheat
God.
on me with a bitch that can't stand a candle to me, we gonna have some problems. Because at least I see why. Yeah, she bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to. So there are levels. Also, if this is a 6-year relationship, do we have children? Okay, are there children to be considered in this situation? Because whether I stay might be contingent upon, hey, am I pregnant? Do I have kids? What I got going on? Those are the questions I think I would have to ask myself before I decided to consciously stay in this, in a relationship of this nature. Now, I'm a little petty, so I kind of feel what GQ and KiKI are saying about that get back, but I'm not even a get back ass person, so I don't know. I feel like cheating is such an egregious breach of contract when it comes to a relationship that I don't know if my trust would ever be there. I don't know if my heart could ever be there in the way it was beforehand. And that's just, I just know how I am as a person, how I internalize things. And so for me, I don't know if I'd be able to be fully present in that relationship anymore if I knew that something of that nature had happened. Even if I wasn't cognizant of it until I became cognizant of it. Like, I don't know if I could fully stand in that relationship as my full self anymore. And I think that would be a disservice to both the relationship and to the person that I'm with. Now, it's going to be his fault. It's a disservice, but it will be a disservice. So I don't know. I think there would be a series of questions like I just gave y'all that I would have to ask him. And, you know, depending on the answers and depending on, you know, how he answers them and that would determine whether I decide to continue forward in that relationship. But I just know myself. I don't feel like I would be able to fully be invested in that relationship anymore. And I think that it might take time. I might stay in it for another year. You know what I'm saying? I might stay in it for another 2 years. But every little thing he do gonna get on my nerve. And I'll be like, did that bitch do it? You know, like it's going, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to have to be tit for tat, petty, always bringing up something that happened in the past. I don't feel like I want to move in that energy. So
I don't know. Oh, took that. Did you take the trash out for me? Like you took the trash out for the next?
Exactly.
I feel like it always sounds good when you really think about it, but then when you're in that situation at that moment, I don't think about none of that logical bullshit. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm like, oh, you did what? All right, let me go call up my dude or whatever the case is, and I'm about to show you how it really is to get cheated on. You sit right the fuck here and see what happens. That's just how I think at that moment because
like,
I'm angry. I can't think logical and be a logical person when all of this is happening. Like, I get what you're saying. I definitely do. But for me personally, that logic, that shit went out the window.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm so petty. I'm so petty that I would make a sex tape and then airdrop it to that nigga. And I'm gonna ruin your life.
I will call you. So I will call the person and let you hear me moan it.
Like, I don't want to be in that energy where I have to go tit for tat with
y'all trying to stop prison.
Hey, you dropped the bomb.
It'll overpower, you know, the logic that you're thinking. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this because this. Once it happens and you hear it, and he's like, so you said in my face for all this time, sitting here and lied to me? Okay, cool. I got you. Let me unblock these numbers that I had blocked for all these years.
Interesting. So, Tam, definitively, are you staying or are you going? It sounds like, I know you got to go through your progression, but if you had to make a definitive answer, black and white, Tam, are you staying or are you leaving Donnie?
I honestly feel like it will depend on the answers to those questions that I just gave. If those answers, like if it happened one time and we were in the middle of a really bad fight and, you know, it was somebody you don't know that you never gonna see again, I might say, you know what I'm saying? But if this is Keisha, your secretary, you know, that be at all the office parties, you still see this bitch every day, I can't.
Right.
Do it then. Okay.
No.
All right. Good stuff.
What about you, man? Well, could you do something like that?
No, I'm leaving the ass. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know, because you can take the same thing that
no. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm leaving. I'm out. I don't. Mac don't play that shit. I'm gone. Let me find out. I'm gone. So that's a no. That's a hard no for me. All right. Great, ladies, great stuff. Y'all did amazing. Now, this is gonna be a question. Then this is gonna segue after everybody answers this one. We're gonna segue because KiKI got some interesting stuff for us. But this is gonna be okay. But this is good. How important is physical and sexual chemistry and compatibility in the long run versus being able to overlook that for other positive traits?
And repeat that.
Okay.
Right.
How important is sexual chemistry and compatibility in the bedroom, long run, versus being able to overlook that for other positive traits? So let's just say he wasn't, he great in the bedroom, but he suck over here. He suck over.
Let me answer that because I gotta I feel like, long story short, when my husband was out here cheating or whatever the case is, I'm like, how you out here cheating? You ain't even got enough penis for me. Like, first of all, it pissed me off. Let's start there. How you cheating and doing X, Y, and Z? You ain't even got enough dick for me. But the reason why I stayed was because at times he was a good provider. If I told him, oh, I hate this job, I don't want to work there no more, and I quit, I knew that he took care of everything else for us. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I stayed because he was a good provider. The sex part, I was getting it from somebody else. But
okay.
You know.
Okay. Well, all right. So Taylor, what about you? I don't even know what the fuck you go after. I mean, what the freak you go after that? Would you? Okay. Anyway, how important is sexual chemistry compatibility in the long run versus being able to overlook that for other positive traits?
Who you asking?
I'm asking you, Taylor. I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry, my thing might have glitched a little bit.
Yeah. You just dropped the bomb on us. I think I better go to you.
I actually was in a situation like that. My last long-term relationship for 10 years. So I was with him because it was no physical or sexual chemistry at all.
Wow.
It was chemistry for him, but he was sexually attracted to me for his reasons. But for me, it was nothing. He was much older than I am. And I was more so attracted to him because of his intellect. Like, I'm very, like, when you're really smart, you can have great conversations, that kind of interests me. And he had a lot of money. So he was a great provider. He gave us a luxurious life. So I stayed because of those two things more so than sexual chemistry. But now that I'm out of it and I spent 10 years suppressed, I look for physical sexual chemistry off the rip.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Maya, how important is that to you?
It's not that important. I've been in a relationship before where I really liked somebody, but the bedroom wasn't all of that good. And we just worked on it. We worked on it over time. I told him what I liked. And as we grew, within a relationship and became in love, the intimacy got better. So that's my answer.
Okay. All right. I dig it. Tami, what are your thoughts?
So, first of all, I just think character is the most important thing. I think at the end of the day, I think Taylor was saying this, like, she was attracted to the intellect. Sapiosexuals are a real big thing. There are some men that I know that I don't find very intelligent. I'm not attracted to them in that way. They might be fine, but they're not smart. And so it's never going to work for me. And so for me to even have that level of sexual attraction to a person, I have to be attracted to their character, something in their character, something in their being, something about who they are. That's the first thing. But I also think we've placed too much emphasis on sex in our society. You expect to have one sexual interaction with the person, and for the sex to be just amazing. And if it's not, I'm not gonna give them another chance. But I also think that it's important to know that sex can get better. It can be taught if the person has a teachable spirit. And so I think that if the person has everything you're looking for, they got the money, they have the intellect, they have all these things, but the sex isn't the greatest. If they are willing to work on that, because that is the key. If they are willing to work on that and learn your body, teachable and have that type of spirit that they have a desire to please you and they're not selfish and they're doing those things, I think that that's not as important. And I think for me, that my last relationship, it was not a bomb sexual experience for me at all, not even a little bit. He came too fast. I mean, I just, it wasn't a bomb, but I liked his character. I thought I liked his character. I like, he made me laugh. We had fun. Those are the things that mattered to me. And so, we worked on it. It didn't get no better. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It didn't get better. I can't blame it that I got that fire, and he just
All right,
5 minutes in, and it was like, oh, it's over.
Okay. All right.
but my whole point is, I'm choking on myself. My whole point is that I think that those things can be taught. Character can't be taught all the time. Being a good person can't be taught. Some things just can't be taught. And I think that when I'm thinking about somebody I want to end up with, that I want to be with, I want somebody I can laugh with. I want somebody that I can have a good time with, that we can just sit in silence or we could talk all night. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Everything else, we can work. And hey baby, if it don't get to where I need to get, we got toys. I got toys.
Sure do.
KiKI, we know about your toys.
Listen, I had a good week this week.
KiKI, we'll get to your toy collection. Okay, ladies, good stuff. Great question, though. But let me ask you this: do women like teaching men about sex? Do you want a man? I couldn't even get that shit done. KiKI smashed it on my mouth like that. Okay, so that's a no for KiKI. All right, Maya, you're next. Because KiKI, I couldn't even get it out. No, I don't want to teach no man about sex. How do you feel about teaching a man about sex?
Who are you talking to?
Maya. I'm talking to Maya on my panel, the lovely Maya.
If I like the man, I don't have a problem with it because I feel like he needs to learn my body and learn what I like. Everybody's not the same.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna save Tami for last. Taylor, how do you feel about this?
Tami. You said Tami or Taylor?
Taylor. I said Taylor.
Oh, yeah. I'm not teaching no grown man how to have sex with me. I'm gonna need you the experience. I need you to bring something to the table, like something new. Teach me something new.
Okay.
Exactly. I had to teach my ex how to eat. You know,
I mean, at my age, you should have had enough experience. I should have to. No.
He was licking it like a cat, like you know. Like I was like, what are you doing? You gotta get in here.
Oh Lord.
Getting on my nerves. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Bye. Goodbye.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So okay.
Mm-mm.
So KiKI knows.
Put your head up.
KiKI, please.
I'm sorry. Flashbacks.
Yeah, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I was
Anyway.
flashbacks.
Yeah. Tami, do you want to teach him, or do you like a man you want to teach Tami, or he got to come with it?
I didn't have to teach my first anything.
Okay.
Too tough. It was an experience of him teaching me things, which I appreciated. But I'm not opposed to teaching a man. I think it's something so intimate about being in that space and being vulnerable enough and comfortable enough with a person where they do have a teachable spirit, and you are able to have those conversations during, in between.
Wait,
am I frozen? Can
I think everybody is frozen, no? Okay.
Yeah, I hear everybody fine. Everybody's fine on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I think it's something so intimate about that. Like I remember with my ex, he was like, you know, I want you to send me a video of yourself doing XYZ because I want to know how you like it. And then he literally studied that video. And then when he touched me how I touched myself.
Okay.
And it was like, that's the type of stuff. And so same thing, like, babe, send me a video of let me know how you like it. Slow, fast, like but that is like that true, for me, that's that true intimacy, that intentionally getting to know each other, to know each other's bodies. For me, I like pressure sometimes. So I'll be like, you know, pressure, not necessarily pounding me out, but there's little things. And so I think that being able to vocalize those things, that is a beautiful part of intimacy that we don't do anymore. You want people to come already knowing this stuff. And it's like, everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. I don't need you to know exactly. I want to know what I like. I want to know what you like. And I want us to come together with the things that we like and bring it together and make a beautiful symphony together. And so
is that like making, okay, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, is that like making love, or is we just fucking? Because if we,
right, I think
you know,
either way.
I guess it's a difference.
I think either way. I
want to go to downtown.
No, for each of these experiences, whether it's just pounding it out or if it's literally, I think that it should be each other's goal to bring them to the highest form of ecstasy, whichever, whether it's a quickie, whether it's whatever, to the highest form of intimacy. Well, how can I do? If you know my body, we can have a quickie. We could be in the bathroom. You know exactly where to touch it, and we ain't got to do too much. But is that.
But the beautiful thing is, the question was like the connection. Like when you meet somebody that's like, it automatically just connect like that. That is amazing. Like that is. I've experienced it after being suppressed. And I don't think I have the patience to wait for somebody to catch on.
So for
Now
me,
gotta wait for the next time and next time. Child, if you don't say it,
so for me personally, I don't feel comfortable entering spaces and energies of intimacy with people if I don't feel that type of closeness and connectedness with them in the first place. So for me, if I'm dealing with you in that way, we've already built some type of rapport where we can have these conversations in the middle, during, whatever, whether it's a friends with benefits type situation or it's a this is my man. Like if we in this space, we in this space because we know each other, because we feel comfortable, because I feel safe with you. And so I think for me, that's why I'm telling y'all, like, men of integrity, things like that are very important to me, because I need to feel safe to be in this space, to be this vulnerable with you, because I'm gonna tell you if I don't like you. I'm gonna hurt your feelings if I didn't come. Like, I'm gonna let you know. Like, he'll be like, you come? Nope. So then,
right?
Can we
Because
try
I know guys too. They like to teach women how to get them head. Because every man likes getting head a different kind of way. Like, I met guys who like women who suck they with their teeth, and I was like, you like that? And
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you won't know unless y'all had that conversation. You be thinking you giving it your best, and they like, nah, it was straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, so you gotta let that shit go. Nice, now go ahead.
Okay,
those are my thoughts. It's something beautiful. It's something beautiful when that happens.
Okay, KiKi, segue. Give us your thoughts, KiKi. You got some sexual topics you want to share with ladies. Let's hear them.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me grab my little. Okay. Ladies, if you can have sex in one position for the rest of your life, what would it be? Think of your favorite one. And if that's the one that you could be in for the rest of your life, what would it be?
On top.
Back shot.
Hey, I don't got the Megan Thee Stallion needs no more.
Me on top. That's it.
Right.
It's either gonna be missionary or collapse doggy. I can't pick.
What about you, Taylor?
It's back shots for me.
I was gonna say that.
I'm with y'all, but there's something about missionary because I have long legs and I can wrap my legs around them, and then like they can't get hooked because my legs are strong and they can't get out about that.
You can do that with back shots too.
I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it makes you run away.
Oh, wagon.
Right, that arch, man. Yeah. But let me show you something, and then you start twerking a little bit, man.
It is magical. It's quite magical.
It is.
What about you? Ethereal experience, especially if your booty jiggles like it's, and they be slapping it. Oh.
You gotta make it word. You gotta do the twerk. I'm like, oh, you saw that? You saw that? What about you, Matt?
I'm a back shock type of guy, but missionary is my soul snatching position. I want to snatch your motherfuckers. I mean, your soul. That's that soul snatching right there. I'm gonna snatch your soul out that missionary, right out your body. I'm gonna snatch it.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but that doggy, I gotta go with that one first. If I have to pick only one, good stuff.
Like, oh my god, whew, Jesus, it's getting hot in here. All right. So I don't know if everybody had a one night stand, but if you did or didn't, whatever.
I just told you about mine.
Do you spend the night or do you go home after it's over? Or does it depend on the situation?
It would depend on the situation.
Right, I'm about to say, I'll say, like, if I was too drunk to go home, I would spend the night. But if I'm sober enough that I know I can make it home, I'm out of here. I'm not spending. I don't want to wake up to you. It was a one night stand for a reason. What about you, Taylor? I saw you shaking your head. Are we agreeing, girl?
We here. If I'm too drunk, I'm staying. But yeah,
right. Tami, have you had one?
I just told y'all about my one night stand with the
at the bath,
the trifecta dude.
Oh, so you went home with that.
You said what?
So Mac, if you went to a shorty crib and you was there for the one night thing, y'all met at the club or whatever the case may be, are you breakfast or you gonna be out?
Am I staying over her house? No, I'm out. She know what this is.
But what if it was like the bombest that you ever so dope?
Then I hit it again and I'm gonna leave.
I think I have that too.
I'm not staying. I'm not staying. Damn.
You not staying?
It's too many people. Huh? You said what, KiKi?
You said you leaving. What if she said I can make you some eggs, bacon, toast, some I don't know, whatever else y'all eat for breakfast. You ain't saying.
I'm gonna get it to go plate. I'm going. I gotta go. I'm not staying without. I'm not. No. It's too much. It's too many things that for me. I'm always thinking about. I know women. I've been in this situation, real story, where I was messing with a chick and she didn't even tell me that she was still connected with her ex dude. And so literally the dude came bamming at the door about like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I just got through knocking this chick down. And so had she not called the police, y'all wouldn't know Matt, because I was going, hey, his ass would have been dead. That was just what I was on at that time.
Oh my God.
So no, I do not trust that situation. I'm gonna go. So that's just me.
Cause you gotta go to them little, tellies, little $75. Everybody out, everybody go their own raise. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, neutral spot.
So does everybody like to have sex with the lights on or off? Or maybe like a little TV in the background, whatever. Like, is it the lights completely on or is it off?
Both.
I could do either or.
Both. Really?
Yeah, same. Both.
It depends. Like, if we was freaking the F word. If we was freaking until the lights came on, then okay, cool. But if it's like late at night, the lights be blinding me. I'll do with maybe the TV on or something like that, or maybe like a dim lamp.
But what about like morning sex? And
I'll do that. Not morning sex. Like if it was like a situation where I went to your house really, really late at night and then it started, the sun started to come up. Yeah. Like I said before, I don't do the morning sex thing. Give me at least to like 11, 12 o'clock.
I think it's just times like where I just want to see every part of you, and I want him to see every part of me.
With the TV on.
I want you to.
I got videos.
I want to see it. I want to know every mole on your body. Like I want to. Anyway.
Yeah, I got the videos. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me stop joking. The TV, it be bright enough. It's dark. You got the TV show. I'm like, look at this.
The TV a distraction. I don't need no distractions. All I want to hear is and the sounds of our breath panting together. That's it. Like
Tammy.
Exactly. That's all I want to hear. Nothing else.
What about you, Beck? You freaking with the lights on and off?
Either way, baby, I'm flexible. Either way, I want to see you sometimes or I want to hear it. Either way, baby, I'm flexible. Either way. But I don't do no TV. The TV, for some reason, I can have music. I don't like the TV. Now, music, I love R&B music in the background. Slow grooves type of man, personally. But that damn TV throws me off. I don't want the TV. I don't need 3 or 4 people in the background talking and shit while I'm working. So I want the music on. I'm an R&B slow grooves man.
I was doing my thug. This was a sexy red. She was like, bend that ass. So I was like, yeah, that's my. She said, bend that ass. So I said, hold up, let's switch positions. So I could do. I love me some sexy red. That's my home girl.
I'm dead.
Taylor, what you doing, girl?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
No, because I gotta ask. Either way, either or. I mean, I can do either one. I've done morning, bright, early in the morning before work. I done late night, nothing on, can't see each other. It don't matter. It just whatever. I'm flexible too.
All right, so here's the last one.
TV. I mean, once you into it, you don't hear the TV no more. So, yeah.
Because there's been times when I had some lame D. And then I'm like, hold on, move your head over. And I start laughing. I swear to God. And he's like, oh, what's so funny? I'm like, you ain't see the show. It's because it's lame. Like, it is hard. But if it's good, like, I won't think about the TV. It's just the lighting that I be needing sometimes. So So now here's the last one. What is the last porn, whether it was what's that, Pornhub, whatever. What's the last porno that y'all have watched?
Yo.
Accidental Twitter porn, because Twitter ain't number porn now.
So whatever site that you done seen your porn on, what was the last thing you have watched?
Accidental Twitter porn, because Twitter, you go on there, you be swiping, next thing you know, you see a penis or a vagina or some titties.
On Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter is nothing but porn. You be like, what? Why is there on my timeline? Like, what the hell is this?
That is so true. That is so true. It's a whole lot of porn on Twitter. I was just talking about that the other day. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, really? It's on and popping on Twitter now. Yes, called X. It's a free for all on that channel. But yeah, what I will say, probably the last porn probably one that I was in. And next,
right, girl, I'm gonna talk to you after this show. We gotta talk.
I love that.
We gotta talk, girl. And I'm serious.
Let's talk.
The last one I watched was like somebody, this girl pegging this guy on the kitchen counter.
Nice.
Oh, I need some ideas for my next little excursion.
We can talk.
We can definitely talk after this.
We can. We shall.
Taylor, what was the last
laughing at, Matt? Talk.
I'm pleading the fifth.
I'm just listening, Mighty. Y'all two cutting up. I'm just listening. Y'all two cutting up.
Taylor, you gotta tell us. It's either
who's watching.
You gotta take a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Take your shot, girl.
Yeah, just don't get on Twitter.
They don't need to know me like that. Huh?
Twitter is porn central.
I'm about to write that down so I can remember to sign up for some Twitter.
No, Twitter porn is grade A certified. Not gonna hold you.
That's crazy. I would have never known.
Grade A certified. You be on a regular post, y'all, and you'll see somebody and they be like, "What the hell?"
Yep. Yeah, it's like a meme.
That's my favorite site. I be on there.
Oh, but yeah, if you go on Twitter, it's free. It's free. It's a whole. You right. It's a whole lot of stuff on there.
You can get full videos, like full
for real
60-minute. Yes, they have the whole thing on Twitter. It's crazy. You be like, what the hell? What am I? You can go down a rabbit hole. You can literally be on there for hours and hours. Like, what the hell?
What? And I just charged my toys. It's about to be a lit night tonight, honey.
Everything from transgender, lesbian, black on white. Like, it's crazy.
That sounds like a good. Oh, my night.
Back shots. They be like, do a back shot thread. Do a thread ahead. Like, it's crazy.
I need to get on this Twitter that you speak of.
Maya, why you laughing? I'm just telling you.
You telling the truth. You telling that she's telling the truth.
I'm about to be busy tonight for the whole weekend, matter of fact.
Like, it'll be a picture of a puppy. You be like, oh, that's a cute puppy. You click under it. I like puppies too. Go to my site.
Oh my God, no, they not. Oh, Jesus. Mac, what's the last one you chose to watch?
You said the last one I watched?
Yeah.
It's I got my own personal stash. I got my stash, my collection of me.
What is it?
Then, in my damn in my cloud. None of you it's privately in my cloud. It's second. It's one on it's a site called and we give them free what was it, like baddiehub.com or something. I came across one called baddiehub.com or something. It was some good stuff on there. Secretary vibe. It's called Baddy Hub.
Said we need to start a
and I wrote it down.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I see KiKI right.
I will be checking it out too.
Yeah. Y'all didn't turn this shit to something else. Okay. Let me grab the wheel before they kick us out of here, y'all. Okay, so let's get back to the good stuff. I love it. All right, let me ask you this. Okay, ladies, have you had to reevaluate your own red flags or deal breakers based on past relationship experiences? your own deal breakers, your own issues based on past relationships. KiKI, I'm gonna go to you first, co-host. What you got?
It was just the putting my hands on people. It definitely was, because I just feel like, honestly and truthfully, I feel like, you put out there sometimes, like, hurt people. And because I was in a situation where somebody had hurt me, I felt like I needed to hurt them first before they kind of got the upper hand in the situation. So for me, I was just like, oh, this is okay, let me put my hands and feet on you so that you could. I know for a fact it's definitely wrong. I know that I cannot do that with everybody. I know that it's not right. I'm on my Diddy thing, like I was in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? Like I get
I'm weak.
I'm laughing because it was like some past things, but I definitely do know that, I know that it's not right. And for me, it definitely was a red flag for whenever I got into a situation, because I'll tell people, like, listen, I will beat the FUCK out of you if you do X, Y, and Z. So I know that was my red flag, and it definitely did scare away a lot of maybe potential relationships. I don't know, but when I put that disclaimer out there, they ain't mess with me no more.
Okay, Riff. Okay, Taylor. What about you? Have you ever had to reevaluate your own red flags or deal breakers? Taylor, you with us? I don't know if she can hear us. Taylor, you there? Maybe not. Okay. I can't hear you. You're talking, you're looking nice, but we can't. Yeah, we hear you now.
You're looking good, girl.
Yeah, you're looking real good. We like the background. Hear you good.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, man, she was saying some dope stuff too. Okay, Maya, have you ever had to reevaluate your own red flags or deal breakers?
Yes, I've had to reevaluate myself, period, over time, to, I don't know, see why I may have dealt with something that I didn't think I was supposed to, or something that my hand didn't call for, as I gain experience through life. So absolutely, I've had to reevaluate red flags and deal breakers. Yes.
Good stuff. Okay. All right. Tammy, go ahead. I'm gonna kick it to you until Taylor gets settled. Go ahead, Tam.
Okay, so I just think it's about growth, and so I think in every relationship you're in, whether it works out or it doesn't work out, you're supposed to learn something from it, right? So it's about growing, and so I think that for me, I don't want to say trauma because I don't think I have a whole bunch of relationship trauma, because that's really, once I get into an energy where it's not working, I get out, peace out. But I think you have to acknowledge your trauma in general, right? Because sometimes even trauma that has nothing to do with a relationship pours out into your relationship, right? So for me, things that were red flags that I think I was doing, I think I was definitely oversharing with people too soon, giving them too much of myself too soon, falling too soon, being too invested in a relationship too soon. And I think that my energy is so pure, and my energy is so, like, when you are mine, when I like you, like there's no length of what I won't do for you. And right. I think that was taken advantage of. And so for me, I had to start scaling back on what I do and stop oversharing. And then I also stopped telling men that I'm not interested in having sex with them. Just because, I mean, it's some people that I've liked, and I said that, and they just fell back. I mean, and it's good that they fell back because clearly that's all they wanted. But I think that if I hadn't shared it so quickly, maybe they would have become more invested in getting to know me, and they might have been okay with that energy without me leading with that. And so I don't lead with that anymore. Obviously, I'm not a virgin, but I definitely don't want a relationship that's solely based on sexual attraction, because sexual attraction does not keep nobody. Sexual attraction is what it is. It's sexual attraction. And so for me, if I'm meeting somebody, especially if it's something like a dating site or something like that, and they're, that's what it is, I'd be like, well, I'm not sleeping with you. But I've chosen to not lead with that. basically, it's really just basically oversharing. I think honestly that is a red flag of mine that I've tried to let go of and reevaluate. Because when you overshare, people like Maya has said earlier can take what you overshare with and throw that back in your face later on. So
good stuff. I would say for me.
I'm sorry, because I didn't know my things on me. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely for me as well. I would have to say trust issues, being, abandonment from my mother early on. That caused some problems because I didn't trust no. Trust is was hard for me to trust, and that kind of pushed women away, maybe being cold in certain instances because, again, childhood trauma. So having to reassess, just be honest and own that. Like, this woman today ain't got nothing to do with how your mom did you, man. You got to work on that. So yeah, I would honestly say, absolutely, that was a red flag of mine. Was just abandonment issues. So childhood abandonment issues.
But how do you not I mean, I know I get like not how to overshare, but I feel like everybody kind of overshare maybe something. You know what I'm saying? Like Maya said earlier, like I was in a situation and I was dealing with somebody and I didn't feel like, because my mama always, like I said, the whole left, whatever. I kind of felt like I wasn't giving too much, but then it was like at the same time, it was like they picked out certain things, and then the dude was like, "Oh, I remember when you told me that your ex had cheated on you. So then what's the problem?" I've never met anybody who said that to my face. Maybe it was like a subconscious thing, but I've never met anybody who said that to my face. And I was just like, wow, this is how people really think. I don't want to say just men, but this is just how people in general really think. So it's kind of hard to like not share certain things and then feel like I don't want to be like, oh my God, I didn't tell this person this. I don't know. It's hard.
Well, that's people feel like because you dealt with it before or you've taken it before. Right. Why do it? Yes, what's the problem? You took it before, so why can't you take it now, kind of thing.
Right. So, and then the fact that somebody told me this to my face, I was like, what? Like, I thought you maybe thought it in your mind, but I didn't think that you was bold enough to say it to my face.
Like, this is the thing. My thing is I don't share stuff unless I was asked or I feel like it's pertinent to what's going on in that immediate moment. Right. There's a lot of things that I experience. Like most guys that I deal with don't understand that my dad was domestically abusive to my mom. I'm not going to leave with that. I'm not going to let them know, because if you knock me upside my head, I might kill you and go to jail. Because I'm not my mama. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so I don't lead with certain things. I don't lead with certain traumas. I only place that into information that needs to be known if it needs to be known. So like with my ex, with my ex, the rapper, we were intimate, and he was like really into slapping me. That was his thing.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
I don't like being slapped. Being slapped, it gives me trauma. You can slap my behind. I mean, you can even be rough with me. You could throw me around. He would bite me. I have a bite mark right here anyway. I enjoy those things. But when you slap me in my face, that is trauma for me. Don't do that. Right. So I had a conversation with him. I said, yeah, I know you were really into it, but I don't personally like that. He never did it again. Right. So that I'm not going to share information unless it's pertinent to what's going on in that current moment. And so that's for me, because sometimes you get into this, because I remember when me and him were first intimate, it was just like, I don't know, we just were connected. He was telling me his stuff, I was telling him, and it was a share back and forth or whatever. Mm-hmm. But sometimes so he took all the information I gave him, and he was like, you strong, you can endure what it has to do. And it was just like, I shouldn't have shared that with him. He took that information that I gave him and he weaponized it. I shouldn't have shared that. So for me, if we're having a conversation and what I went through is pertinent to that conversation, that's when I'll share it. Otherwise, that's not information I'm going to share. So that's how I kind of am guarded with it, because I think that sometimes it's just not, some information ain't necessary for them to know. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know.
They try to like get that little information. They'll start sharing their stories.
Well,
and then while you tell them all of this stuff, it's kind of like they just taking it. Because for me personally, you tell me, I don't remember nothing. I don't. So the stuff that I'm telling, like, we could be sharing the same type of, oh yeah, you know, my girl used to cheat on me, this, and this. I don't forgot that your girlfriend was cheating on you, and I don't take it. No, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, your girlfriend cheated, so I'm gonna go cheat on you too. But sometimes I feel like a man, and not all men, like, let's put that, because I've read some of the comments and they said that we need women who hold accountability. So I'll say, like, not all women are the same. So for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me personally, I just kind of feel like it's certain men who'll sit here and they'll just like, you know, they'll take everything that you told them, listen to all your information and just everything, and they'll turn around and they'll do exactly what you said that you have gotten done to you or you don't want done to you. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh well, I mean, you said that this happened to you. That I don't know. That's why I feel. That's why I put hand on people.
Well, there's certain men that are predators who prey on women. And there's a certain kind of man that preys on women who they perceive are weaker or who have traumatic things to them. Exactly. Yes, and they come in and they exploit that or try to exploit that. You said hurt people. That is definitely true. And no, it's not all men. And it could be vice versa too with women. You know, certain women are looking for vulnerable men that they can use, men that they can abuse, men that they can take money from, gain resources from. There are all kinds of people in all different walks of life. But I do agree with what you're saying, Tami, as far as you only say what is pertinent to the particular situation at the time. And I feel like that's a smart way to be. So therefore, you're not oversharing, you know, and you're not undersharing. And you know, it's funny that I'm talking to a guy, and you know, he said to me, "You don't ask too many questions. You don't ask questions." And I had to think about that, and I said, "You know what? You're absolutely right. I don't ask a lot of questions." From my upbringing and just being in different relationships and seeing what I've seen growing up and in situations that I've been in, I kind of just go along to get along, kind of thing. You know, I'm not. And when I ask questions, I would
like it's not going to be the truth.
Yeah. Yes. What are you asking that for? Don't I do this for you, or don't I do that for you? So why do you feel like you could ask me? Da, 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 da. And so that got ingrained in me at one point. And then it's like, you know, as I'm speaking, I'm not asking questions. And he's like, well, are you interested in me? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, well, you're not asking me anything to show that you are interested in me. And I had to listen to that, internalize it, and say, okay, so where did that stem from? Because most things that we do in life stem from somewhere. Like Max said, you know, you've had issues, you know, with abandonment issues with your mother. I've also had abandonment issues and made me act a certain way within relationships. So yes, so those are things that internally I need to work on going forward if I want something different. That's about learning, what Tami, you know, talked about, learning yourself.
Yeah. Honestly, I only ask questions when I care. If I don't give two fucks about, excuse my language, if I don't care about the dude I'm talking to, I'm not gonna ask no questions. I don't care. Right. You gonna tell me what you want to hear. But if I like a dude, that's when I'm gonna be asking you all your questions. So, what's your mama like? How your sister? How you grow up? What was y'all religious experience growing up? Did y'all grow up religious? You believe in God? How many kids you want? That's when I'm gonna ask all the questions because I'm interested. Exactly. When I'm not asking you those questions, I do not care. Right. That's for me.
Why I appreciate this panel is because we all have different views on different situations. And I appreciate it because not only am I learning from you guys as well, when I go back and I look, I really see how cute I am. But that's not what I was expecting you to say. No, but I really do appreciate everything that you guys are saying because it really do make me go back and I'm like, okay, like it makes me, you know, think about a lot of things that I don't, you know, think about in my personal life. A lot of the things that I've done is always based off of an emotional standpoint, and that's why I got into a lot of trouble. So I definitely do appreciate the things that you guys are saying, and it when we log off of here or whatever cases, it really makes me think, and I go and talk to my friends. I'm like, did you hear what Tami was saying? Or what about Maya? What about I really, honestly, truly do appreciate everything that everybody says, and it makes me feel good because, you know, like I said, I go with emotion.
Yeah, and can I just say something on that with the emotional thing? So, yes, so I have dated men who will say oh, you're emotionally unintelligent or you react emotionally, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the thing with that. If you don't like an emotional response from a woman, or if you don't like the fact that I react emotionally, right, why are you talking to me if that is one of your red flags or a deal breaker? Right. So I feel like that's an exploitation, that right, they're exploiting that fact. You do things to me so that I can have that emotional response. And then you move forward accordingly. Oh, you see, I did this and you see how you reacted, And it's like, I'm not understanding what point are we trying to get to there? If you know that I'm going to react emotional, why did you do X, Y, and Z? Like, I don't, if you care about me or you claim that you love me, why would you be trying to get an emotional response from me? And then when you get the said response, then you want to then say to me, like, you see, you're unemotionally intelligent because you reacted this way. Like, I don't get it.
Crazy.
It makes no sense.
Well, you're crazy because you did this and this. But no, I really do appreciate it. And even when Mac and GQ be on here, I'm like, oh man.
Thank you for mentioning me. I appreciate the love. Thank you. I mean, I just happen to be, Mac. You for mentioning me. I was hoping I get a little love. Hey, Maya, I was hoping I got a little love. Like, damn.
But the ladies, what I'm saying, we female, so I kind of, I get it. I get it all. I love it.
But let me just say something to that. I commend all of you ladies so much, and I have so much respect for all of y'all because it takes courage to do that. And you guys really do help a lot of women. I get all the feedback. It took me about a month to finally get Tami to realize she really makes a difference in a lot of women because they tell me. And and then Maya and then of course KiKI. And KiKi's everybody's spirit animal. They want to be wild like KiKi and honest. And Maya is so level-headed. And Tami sets you straight. I get all of this, y'all. And these women give me the feedback. So I want to congratulate and kudos to y'all, man. Y'all really make the whole shit go around. Now, moving along. This is a perfect Tami G question. I'm gonna let her kick this one off because this got Tami's name all over because I know it's gonna be something really interesting for this one. We're closing now. We got about 2 more questions and we're done for the night, ladies. Tami, what red flags will concern you the most when it comes to a partner's career, work ethic, or lifestyle?
Ooh, okay. So a couple things. For me,
come on.
I have thoughts, right? So it's a couple things for me. Lifestyle. I really have an issue with people that are in their 30s and 40s and they can't have any fun unless they're drunk or high. That's a problem to me. Like, your only source of entertainment, of pleasure, is to get drunk or high. That's a problem to me. I like the arts. I like plays. I like to go to museums. I like to do other things that don't require us to be drunk or high. And that's just not a thing that I'm into. And I think over the years, I've made exceptions. Oh, well, weed's not that bad. But if every time we go out, you got to get high. Every time we go out, you got to get slizzard. You over here trying to get DUIs because you're trying to drink and drive. Like, to me, at what point does that lifestyle stop and you start being a person that can be present in the moment? So to me, when you have to be high, you have to be drunk all the time, that is a indicator that you're not comfortable in your own existing reality. You have to be in an altered form of reality to even be comfortable. And to me, I love my reality. Like, I exist in my own reality. I don't need drugs or alcohol or anything to make me feel comfortable in my reality. And so for me, that's one of the lifestyle things that's like a turn off. If every time I'm with you, you got to be lit, you got to be turned, you got to be da-da-da-da, that's a turn off. Financially and career-wise, I need a man that has drive. It's very important to me to have a man that is hardworking or intelligent enough where he don't have to work hard, right? Or ambitious, because I'm ambitious, I'm hardworking, I'm all those things. I cannot be in a position where I'm working 10 times, 15 times harder than my man, and he just at home chilling, or he's not living to the fullness of his potential, and he don't have a problem with it. Like, it's okay if you're not where you want to be, ain't none of us where we want to be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's always a time. There's always time for more growth. But if you're not where you want to be and you complaining about you not where you want to be, or not even you complaining. If you complaining, that means you discontent. If you discontent, you might move. But if you okay with being regular, you okay with being a regular ass person and don't have no ambitions, no goals, and you're not making what you want to make, and you just contented with you're not doing nothing to move. To me, that's unattractive. Because baby, I'm moving. I started school in a week, and I'm not starting school because I want to be in school. I'm starting school because baby, when I finish that degree, my paycheck gonna go up. So it's like I can't be with somebody who ain't got no hustle, ain't got no drive, ain't got nothing. That's super duper unattractive to me. Like I need a man who gonna provide. I need a man who gonna go to work, and a man gonna help me. I was watching Abbott Elementary, and I hope I don't spoil this for none of y'all, but there's a scene at the end of the season, and he's like, "I fixed your light for you." That was the sexiest shit I ever heard on TV, y'all. Y'all don't understand. She didn't have to ask. She didn't have to ask him, "Hey, can you fix my light?" He did it because he saw the need that she had. I need that energy in my life.
Right.
I deal with somebody who is just there. Like you just there. You're not adding no value. You're not adding no depth. You're not adding anything. There's nothing you're adding. That is unattractive. So for me, that ambition has to be there, that drive has to be there, that hard workingness, that dedication. That means I'm pregnant with your children. You gonna be out there hustling and grinding. I'm gonna be at home because you understand. You know, like those are the things.
Right.
And what was the other one I just said? And the lifestyle is this that turn lifestyle. We too old to always have to be turned. Like let's turn down, baby. Let's Netflix and chill. Let's be at the house. You know, maybe a glass of wine. Sit, like let's just vibe. Vibes don't have to always have alcohol, drugs. Like we just vibe with popcorn. We can vibe with some candy. Let's get chocolate wasted. Like let's eat some ice cream. Like why it always got to be illicit stuff that we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Good stuff.
I agree.
Taylor, you're back. You're back, Taylor. Can you hear us? I don't know if okay. The question is, what red flags will concern you the most when it comes to a partner's career, their work ethic, lifestyle?
What red flags will concern me the most when it comes to his career?
Work ethic.
His work ethic. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna answer this right, but I mean,
it should just be you.
His lifestyle, the lifestyle, kind of like what Tami said. I got a lot. Like my last ex did kind of set the bar high for me, and I don't know if that's good or bad. But if you can't, I'm gonna go off the rip. I'm the type of person like when I date somebody, like I don't necessarily ask, but I kind of hint at things to see if you're going to catch on and do. So if you can't do those things, and it may be financially, and then we start having these conversations about finances and you're complaining about finances, like you say, there's no upward mobility. You don't have goals. You're not driven. You don't have short-term, long-term goals to constantly elevate, not just personal growth, but your finances. That's a huge red flag and turn off for me, because I feel like you probably shouldn't be dating if you're not where you're at, where you need to be financially, because I mean, I have needs, and other women do too, that you may come across and date. So, and if you're complaining about the finances and you're not really doing anything to change it, and like she said, the biggest thing is I just dated somebody who's constantly going out. Like they constantly go out and spend money on VIP sections. And I just feel like at this age, like how much you should be past that. Like, okay, if you did it for a birthday, like now you got to do it every weekend. Like that's frivolous money being spent to me. And it's not attractive. So that's a huge red flag for me.
Good stuff. Okay, good deal. You answered that fine. All right, Maya, what you got?
Work ethic. I just want the man to want to work, have a career, and well, I mean, ambition. If you feel like you've hit the ceiling, your particular ceiling, as long as you're fine with it, you like it, I love it. You can't just sit in the house and expect me as a woman to take care of you. Like, that's just a no-no. But yeah, you have a job, you good at what you do. And if you have goals to attain something else, you know, I'm fine with that. But on the other end, I did date somebody who was always working, whose business was open, I don't know, out of the day, maybe 16 hours or 17 hours a day. And, you know, I was fine with that too. But then at some point, it's like, if we're going to be in a relationship, you need to make time for me the way I make time for you. If it's something that you say, yes, that you want, you know, you want to have a relationship, then you have to make time for it. And the other thing is just be adventurous. I don't want to be with anyone who wants to just come in all the time and Netflix and chill. You know, I'm adventurous. I want to go out and do things, and you have to want to do those things with me. I've dated plenty of guys who be like, oh, here's some money or whatever, honey, and go out and have fun. And it's like, okay, thanks. You know, and that might suffice for a little while, but then after a while, you're like, okay, again, we're in a relationship together. I don't need you to give me money and go out and have fun. I would like to have fun with you. That's why we're within the relationship. So.
Well said, man. KiKI, what you got?
What was the question again? I'm sorry. I know it was because I had wrote it down, but what was like the original question?
What red flags will concern you the most when it comes to your partner's career, work ethic, or lifestyle?
It would be the lifestyle, because I feel like sometimes I am the fun girl. I do like to, you know, drink and have fun, everything like that. But like I forgot who mentioned it. Like, it doesn't have to be an all the time thing. I feel as though once in a blue moon is cool. If I feel like you have to drink to have fun with me, then you're not the guy for me. I do like to, you know, get my sip on. I love to drink my wine, my Chardonnay specifically. But I kind of feel like if you feel like every time we are together, you have to get drunk or you have to smoke weed or pop a bean or whatever case may be, I don't really want to be a part of that. I feel like if you like me and we're doing whatever, you should be able to deal with me on a sober level. So it's the lifestyle thing, because I ain't never messed with a broke dude. I can tell you that much right now. So when it comes to the lifestyle thing, like, I feel like you don't have to party all the time. You don't have to drink all the time. I like sitting in the house. And first off, a lot of people think that I'm not a homebody. I love being in the house. So if we could just sit in the house and watch a corny movie or whatever cases and fall asleep, and then I wake up, you're there. I don't want to feel like, oh, every time we around each other, we got to get drunk.
All right.
For what? Like, because I feel like it's never going to be. I mean, they say that, you know, people talk their sober truth when they're drunk. But at the same time, I feel as though most of the time it's a bunch of BS. And you tell me something that I want to hear, because I do the same, especially when I'm drunk. So, we the best I ever had. You know, you just talking just to talk. So, you know, it would definitely be the lifestyle of the situation when it comes to people. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, ladies. Last question, and we're done for the night. Phenomenal show. KiKI, I'm gonna come to you first. I'm on Tami to end this one. Okay, KiKI, here's this one. When it comes to addictive behaviors, alcohol, drugs, gambling, where is the line between something to work on and an absolute deal breaker?
So we picking like the worst.
When it comes, I'm gonna read it again. You take from it what you will, whichever one resonates with you. When it comes to addictive behaviors, alcohol, drug, gambling, it could be anything addictive. Where is the line between something to work on and this is just absolute deal breaker? He got to work on this, or I hell.
I feel like the drugs would definitely be the deal breaker, depending on what the drug is. So,
okay,
weed I could deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really feel like weed is a drug. Only thing about the weed is like you just be sitting there stuck looking stupid. But other than that, like the weed would definitely be the drugs would be the deal breaker for me. Because I felt as though, you know what? I don't even know, because even when it comes to gambling, it's taken out of the household, just like how drugs will take out of the household too. So I would just say the drugs will kill you. I mean, I don't know, because all of them are kind of bad, but I don't want no crackhead boyfriend either. So I would say the drugs. I don't want no crackhead boyfriend stealing TVs out my crib, and I come home thinking I'm watching something, and my TV going.
So KiKI, him shooting CeeLos, you can take him shooting CeeLos with crack.
I can come home and my TV's not there. I'm pissed.
All right, so no crackhead, but you can take the dude shooting CeeLos.
I mean, they all kind of bad if you think about it, but I would deal with the gambling boyfriend before a crackhead.
All right, I love it. Good stuff. I figured out. I knew you have a great answer for that. Okay, Taylor, what you going with?
So I can deal with the gambler, especially if you're making the money. Like I know I have a friend who gambles and he can afford to gamble. He wins some, he loses some, but he make bank, so he good. So I can deal with the gambling. It would be drugs and alcohol the same. I can't deal with that because, like you said, I don't want a crackhead boyfriend. I don't want a drunkie. I feel like in my past childhood, I watched like uncles and stuff come in the house drunk, and that's typically when they were sloppy cheating and bringing stuff home. They wasn't thinking right. They were drunk. That was always the excuse. And then obviously drugs, like she said, don't be taking my kids' TV and couches and everything going in the house. I can't do drugs. I don't even think I can do weed at this age. Like I used to smoke weed when I was younger, but I don't think I could even tolerate the weed anymore because people be spending a lot of money on weed and it stinks. So I just don't want it.
All right.
I don't want it.
Right.
All right. Maya?
I'm gonna have to say all three have 1-800 numbers for problems, right? All fucking three. Okay, so having said that, all three of those things could have your ass homeless if your partner is spending the rent, the mortgage, or whatever on gambling, on too much drugging, or too much alcohol. So yeah, I'm gonna say all three.
Especially the fact that you got a piano and stuff. They come and steal your piano.
You can stole the piano, not the baby grand piano. You can stole the baby grand piano.
All three is addictive, and all three can be taken too far. So yeah, so I know people who gambling, because I love to gamble, but done gambled, they house money away, and they rent money away, and they car money away, and now they stuck. You know,
and they come and take the kids
out in the park somewhere because they ain't got nowhere to stay because they done gambled, or their family out on the lawn or something because they done gambled all the money away, or drink all the money away, or smoked all the money away. So yeah, have some balance, you know, in there somewhere.
Mike said some no for her author. Okay, Tam G, your thoughts. Take us out of here.
I have a lot of thoughts. I'm gonna try to keep it short. So I'm gonna agree with Maya. I think all three are very egregious offenses. I think they're all three are very those are deal breakers for me. But I think that if I had to put one at the top of the list, it would definitely be drugs. I'm the child of an addict. So I know addiction way too closely. The things I've seen growing up, I've seen people have crack pipes in my face. Like I've seen it. I've seen how it deteriorates a community. And so for me, I'm not going to deal with somebody who I think is addicted to drugs. I don't care what the drug is, whether it's weed, crack, whatever. Like that addiction puts you in a position. It makes people around you vulnerable, and it puts you in a position where you're interacting with people that maybe not have your best interest at hand, right? And so that's a safety concern, not only for myself as the person's partner, but also for our potential children. Like I can't rock with that, right? Then you have the alcoholism, and you know, people they enjoy their little alcohol, but how do you behave when you're drunk? How do you behave when you're inebriated? Is it my responsibility to, if you my man, if you my person that I'm with, right? Is it my responsibility to care for you when you've had too much? Okay. Are you driving safely? Do you have the potential to harm other people when you are inebriated? I can't deal with that. And then the gambling, I know a guy that I used to talk to, and he's a professional gambler. He goes from professional poker tournaments, and he wins money. Money. But what happens when you don't know when to stop? Because we talking about an addiction. We're not just talking about a hobby. We're talking about addiction. What happens when you don't know how to stop? And you've put our house up, and now we are homeless because you couldn't control your addiction. I think that, you know, we can even add porn to this. It's so many different addictions that are so harmful in so many different ways. When we talk about these three, I don't think that any of these are small things, small red flags to let fly under the radar, because even if it don't affect you in the immediate, it can in the long run. And I think that is like something, especially when we're talking about drugs and alcohol, like help needs to be given. And then especially with gambling, maybe they need to make you the person. If you're gonna still be with this person, you need to be the person in charge of the finances, so this person doesn't have access to all the money, so that you all will be safe financially if, you know, something goes right. But I don't like none of it. It's a no for me. And do y'all think people can be addicted to porn and that could be harmful to relationships? Like, I feel like that's a whole.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
We out here spending money on porn and stuff. Like, why spend money on them when we could just do it together?
Okay.
Oh no.
KiKI wants to do porn together. Okay. Great stuff, y'all. So phenomenal. Let me just give some love to the chat for rocking with us, man. Let me shout out my guy Tony Gardner, y'all. Hey, he comes through and he love all things cigar chats. The brother be consuming all the content. I just want to say thank you, man, for always supporting you. A real one for that. Much love to my guy Big T out there in Texas, man. We appreciate you. My man Hanky for rocking with us. All the beautiful women in the chat, AJ, Coco, all of y'all. Too many to name. Can't do all of that. All right, ladies. Let's go around as always. What you got coming up? What the people need to look out for? Anything you want to highlight in the spotlight? And we about to be out of here. KiKI, I apologize. Kick it off, sweetie. What you got? KiKI, what you got? You can't hear you, baby. We can't hear you. Okay, you on mute.
No, I heard you. We gonna talk later. You call me Coco. We'll talk later.
It's too many women. I gotta keep remembering. I'm sorry.
Now we'll talk later. Don't worry. So I have a bunch of little things coming on my little Ratchet Girl team. You know, summer's coming, so I have a bunch of glasses and, you know, little summer things, whatever cases. And also, I'm thinking like over the summer I'll do my own little podcast, but that'll come later on. But yeah, that's what I've been working on right now. Ratchet Girl T LLC on Instagram. If you guys want to follow, my Instagram is below and it's on there. So yeah, I'm just working on my summer shit.
All right, good deal.
And being beautiful.
You got that covered. Maya, what you got going on? You're going IG Live now. I see you going on IG Live these days. What's up?
Yes. So I am trying to build up my Instagram Live. So I have a pretty nice following on YouTube. And so now I'm trying to focus on other platforms, you know, doing my lives and my shtick, just being myself, really. And I also have an OnlyFans page, and I do lives and things on there as well. Talking to people. So on OnlyFans, you can dance, you know, to music, like on Instagram and YouTube and things like that. It's like a copyright kind of thing. But on OnlyFans, you can play stuff or whatever. And so I'll be on there dancing and talking, pretty much doing the same thing that I do on my YouTube channel, but I might just have on something, you know, a little racier or something like that. But
I might do OnlyFans, so.
Yeah, you should. It's fun. It's really
like asking me to be a part of this, but
yes, it's whatever you make it. So I feel like OnlyFans has like it's like a stigma because it's not only sexual things on OnlyFans. Like for real, it's just not, because I'm not doing any of that. And I'm just being me, and I have people who follow me. So and it's a great way to earn some extra money. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and I also, like I said earlier, I started my my podcast. I set it up. And so now I'm going to do my first, you know, my first episode. So I'm excited about that. Probably over the weekend.
Okay.
All right. Keep us updated so we can support you now.
I'm going on your OnlyFans, girl.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, off the platform where y'all share the information. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, so for the guys out there, y'all know Maya does have an OnlyFans. Go follow her, and she'll give you all the information for that. Tam G, as we wrapping up. You're on summer vacation. You about to go to school next week. Is there anything, Tam? Your shirts?
My shirts. I'm not wearing a shirt today. I'm actually representing the school I work at. Shout out to the Jaguars. But my shirts are still on my website, on my Etsy. I will be having hopefully some Juneteenth shirts made. So y'all gonna have those coming up for Juneteenth, and also some I Have Thought shirts. Per Matt's suggestion. So I'm gonna be having some more shirts coming up. I am trying to build up all of my following. Not so much YouTube. I don't do YouTube too much no more. I used to do YouTube with my Korean stuff, but I kind of fell off with that. But definitely my Instagram and definitely my Twitter, not my Twitter, but definitely my Instagram and definitely my TikTok. So I will be posting more this summer because I have more time to post. So yeah, be looking for that. And hopefully I'll get back into set this summer too. So if I'm ever on set, I might go live a couple times, kind of give people a little idea of set life, some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. Just because people just have these assumptions about people that are on TV that are not always true. They think you've been on TV, you got money. Baby, that ain't always true. Okay. So yeah. That's all I got going on over here.
All right, Taylor. Anything you want the people to know? Any projects you got coming up? I know you do something on Mondays, I believe.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. I'm sorry.
So I just started doing a little smack. I call it smack talking Monday because I feel like I work at the school as well, and so on Sundays I feel like I'm already thinking about work, so it feels more like a Monday than a Sunday. So I just kind of like to talk a little smack, and we go live on Instagram. Something I just started, and every Sunday is a new topic. So hit me up, y'all. Come speak sometimes and talk a little smack with us.
Taylor, this is on IG.
Yes. I don't have my IG on here. It's T_Reese_cup.
I ain't gonna remember that.
Yeah.
You want to write that out? So
Right, I was trying to write it down.
Like I got my pencil out. I was trying to say, What?
You know what? She'll be tagging these reels, Tam, so you'll be able to, you know when I put the reels up, she'll be in these shorts and stuff, so you'll be able to see her information. Next time she know to type it in. Good stuff. All right, ladies. Well, listen, on behalf of myself and the world's greatest panel, thank y'all for rocking with us. I appreciate each and every one of you amazing women. Y'all make me look way better than I am, and I humbly say thank you.
Y'all was racy tonight. These were racy questions. Y'all was real.
Yeah,
they was good questions. I was thinking about them. I was like, oh
yeah.
Lord.
I had to throw some shit in there. But anyway, man, I appreciate each one of you ladies, man, for doing this. Much love, all of y'all. God bless, and we are out to next Friday.
Thanks for having me.